All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
You ready to get this thing started?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I wanted to...
Who's that over there in the background?
That's my producer, Alex.
What up, Alex?
I think he on the call, but...
Oh.
It's all good. But I wanted to ask you, are you okay with having candid conversations, like real vulnerable conversations?
Yes, real quick. I love your podcast.
For real?
Yes. Well, I just started following you. When you DM'd me, I looked over your page. I was like, oh, okay. But then I didn't know that you was from Baltimore. That's really why I came, because I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Oh, wow.
I fuck with Baltimore.
Okay.
But then when I was looking through your clips, I mean, I've never seen your actual podcast, but I looked through your clips, I was like, wow, he has intellectual conversations. I love that.
Okay.
Because people just, real quick, when I come on podcasts, dudes podcasts, all we talk about is dick sucking. They'll make it seem like we're going to talk about a bunch of different topics, but it's like they really be fans. And it's just like, all right, we're just going to talk about dick sucking, which is cool because it's great marketing. You know what I mean? But it's just like, what else? That's all you be. That's all.
I mean, you are funny, though. You super funny. I feel like every time I see you is lighthearted, right?
But it's not even that. I'm a human being. I go through the same shit everybody else goes through. I can talk about anything.
Do you have the capacity to go back? Because I want to have that conversation.
For sure, yeah.
All right.
Well, I can talk about anything.
All right, let's get it started.
I'm a human being.
So you from Montgomery County?
Yes.
Been through a lot.
Dang, I forgot to do my intro. What up, whores? It's Jenny the Gaga.
You got to finish it.
That was it.
You got to put the lollipop in your mouth.
Nah, I don't do it with the lollipop. And it's all crunchy, man. This joint's sharp as shit. Because,
man, you need to know. Just throw that away.
I got the right. I only got one. I'm going to keep this.
All right, man. So now, I wanted to start off. I wanted to go to the beginning, though. I feel like you're from Montgomery County. That's the richest county.
It's the third richest county in America.
In America, right? I mean, that's up there. Shit, it's top 5.
Yeah.
Right?
But we was poor, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I feel like that's the third richest county in America, right? But you grew up poor.
For sure.
How was that?
I mean, my mom had Section 8. So, once you got Section 8, you can move out the hood and go wherever you want to go with that Section 8 voucher. So she went to Montgomery County, where everybody around us lived really nice. We lived nice too, but we didn't have everything that other people had. Our house was nice, the inside was nice, but we didn't have an abundance of clothes, shoes. We couldn't Mom, can I get $10 to go to the store? You couldn't do that. It's not that.
You? So I was just watching this clip from David Chappelle, and because he's from Silver Spring, that area too, and he was saying he didn't really know he was poor because he lived in a nice neighborhood.
You never know.
Yeah, until he went over one of his white friends' house. And
even when you are poor, you don't know that you're poor. Even if you living in the hood, you still don't know you're poor. You don't know, especially because in the hood, you be having fun. My daddy, he grew up, I wouldn't say it's the hood, but I would just say it's a ghetto area. There's a difference between the ghetto and the hood. You know what I mean? The hood, all types of activities go down, violence and all types of shit. We was just in a fucked up area, And we still didn't know we was poor.
But that was when your pops, your mom stayed, I'm assuming.
No, my mom, we lived in the same, my mom lived in the ghetto too, but she was just a single mom. Single moms have more options. It's you can get that Section 8, you can get that food stamps and all that, and you have the opportunity to move. Plus, my mom, she stopped, both of my parents smoked crack growing up. So my mom, she stopped smoking. So then it's you get in that clear mind where it's I need to raise my kids somewhere else. My daddy still smoked.
I feel because I heard you say that, my mom's smoked crack, coke, or not coke, that was a rich people drug. It was crack, heroin, all of those things. So when you were saying it, I'm like, damn, man, I know that had to be tough, or not really.
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know. I had never seen my dad get high. So it's I never knew that they're functioning crackheads. I would have never known. I definitely wouldn't have known my mom smoked crack. Even the times, till she started smoking crack again when I was 7. She did it for maybe 6 or 7 months. But I would have never known. My sisters told me, and I was there's no way. But it's just, it all makes sense when it all comes together.
She told you, I guess, eventually, or?
My mom never told me. My dad told me, because my mom will always be yo, daddy a crackhead, la la. And my dad was just I don't know why she keeps saying that, because your mom smoked crack too. And I'm like, no way. So, you know, your parents just go back and forth taking jabs. And that's how I learned that she did that. And I was born in Alney, and that's when my parents were smoking crack heavy till about the age of like 4. And then my mom, she moved. But she moved because she thought that the feds was watching her. You know how crackheads be paranoid? She thought the feds was watching her. She quit smoking crack, and then she moved up out of there. But I didn't know all this until they told me.
It's crazy because my mom's she smoked cracks for like my entire childhood existence that I can know of, right? Like she went to treatment a couple times. I went with her. That was like embarrassing, but like I was like, because the treatment for women, again, like mad resources. Yes, your children can stay with you up to a certain age. So I remember that going to middle school from the drug treatment place and shit like that.
Well, I mean, that's what's up. Like if you really think about it, we don't feel like that's a good thing.
I mean, I got in a lot of fights. Like I had to overcome that. It kind of was like a domino effect. Yeah, I'm
saying for the healing of the mother, like you know, but maybe I mean everybody's different, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if she actually stopped, right?
Okay.
Like it was like kept going on and on thing, and then we did that almost as if like it was just a place to stay. To be honest, if you think about it, so
it's
like,
hard to get off that. My mom went cold turkey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I think it's a mindset thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. If people want to stop, they're gonna stop. But then it's just like you're gonna fall bend knee to the drug. It's just what it is.
That's crazy that you say that because like, see, I've experienced like withdrawals. Like not me, but like seeing my mom's. It was almost as if the crack was like her medicine to get up. Like she would even say that I'll never forget. Like when I was younger, she used to say like, "I need my medicine."
It's a mindset thing though.
But I don't
know
her
if you
like
do other drugs or if you've done drugs before. Do you smoke weed?
A little bit, not really, but
you've never done like drugs. It's just been like I'm doing this every day or doing this. It's just like I've done a lot of different drugs, and so it's like that pull. You feel that like I want to do this, I need to do this, but it's a mindset thing. You're going to eventually, you'll never stop probably fiending for crack. I'm not gonna hold you. I think my mom probably still kind of like sometimes, but it's a mindset thing. It's just like, this is not what I want to do. And it's a battle between you and if you can't let yourself, either you're going to let yourself win or you're going to let yourself win. It's a win-win either way. Like I won the crack or I won the sobriety.
No, you're right.
But I think it's a mindset thing. It's a strength thing. You never know where somebody's mental space is too when it's like when she's going through a withdrawal, you never know if she's depressed in that moment. Like this makes me feel good or, you know what I'm saying? I'm lonely, so this makes me feel like I don't even need nobody. It's a lot of different things that come into that, but it's a mental thing, I feel like.
No, that's crazy, because like, that's why I was saying, like, my mom told me, like, I was wondering, I can only imagine with somebody that don't know, right? Like, my mom told me, so I can't even think of no other way. Yo, I did want to talk about a relationship with you and your mom's, though, because I know she kind of transitioned from Christian to Muslim when you was 12, right?
When I was 16.
15. Okay.
And I was in juvie.
So before that time, though, how was the relationship between you and your mom before she transitioned?
The relationship with me and my mom, when I look back growing up, she was just like, I work, I cook, I clean. That was it. We didn't have like an emotional relationship with my mom. It was just like, that was her, I work, I cook, I clean. That's it. Like, we know, my mom, she's on her way to work. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's giving out instructions. There was no, let me teach you how to do your hair. Let me teach you how to cook. Let me teach you how to wash your ass. Let me teach you how. There was none of that. It was just, I work, I clean, I cook. That's it. It's like she's in a simulation type of thing. Yeah. But it's just, that was my mom. You know what I mean? I loved her for that. But then when you look back, it's like, damn, that was a really toxic relationship to have with your daughters. She has 5 daughters. There's no sons. So it's just us. It's like, we should have had a deeper relationship with you being my mom.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I was wondering, because, like, as grown-ups, we understand these emotions now, right? So we can look back on things and reflect. But I'm like, was there ever a time where if you could look back on it before, you said 15, before 15, if you could look back on it, did you ever feel a distance at all? Did you ever feel like you was yearning for a relationship that you didn't have, or was just...
I didn't know. No. Damn. I just felt like this was the norm. And that's how you feel as a kid. You feel like this is normal. Damn. Regardless of whatever's going on, you just feel like, all right, this is a normal relationship between mothers. Everybody must go through this same shit. You don't think that it's weird or indifferent. Especially, I started smoking weed at 13. So mentally, I didn't start to mature until in my 20s, honestly, to keep it real. My frontal lobe cortex didn't start developing until I was older. And I know that because I look back at the decisions that I made in my early 20s, in my late teens, and I'm like, I would never do some dumbass shit like that anymore. Like, you really think about it now, it's like, I would never do that. I don't even know why I was doing those things. But you don't really understand yourself emotionally, especially when you're doing drugs and you're drinking and all that from a young age. It stops that mental growth. It stops that maturity. Like, so I didn't know.
You didn't play any like sports or anything?
I played the cello for 6 years in school, but that was it.
At 15, like during that time?
I did from 6th grade to 11th grade.
I only ask that because like I'm hearing your story and it sounds so similar to mine, but it's so different in a way that like, again, my mom did tell me, right? So like it was moments where I was like, man, I wish you could just, like I missed so many days from school because like she wasn't able to get up in the morning, right? Like I know like we're talking about it being a mentality, but it was really like a sickness in my mind because it was times I would get suspended from school for 3 days, right? And to go back to school, your parents got to bring you back to school. Every time I got suspended, my 3 days would turn into like 6 days, swear. And like, because she just wouldn't be able to get up.
Get herself together.
Yeah, so I just remember those times, and I remember like playing ball and like her never like coming to the games and me wanting her to come to the games. So I was wondering like,
my mom
15,
had a lot of pride though. She had a lot of pride, so it's like she didn't want people to know that that's who she was or what she did. You know what I mean? My dad too. He has a lot of pride. They are good looking people. Like you would never know that's what they got going on. So I don't know. I know what you're talking about because there are people in my family that still do drugs that you can tell like you do drugs and that's all they do. But for my parents, they have a lot of pride. They didn't want nobody to know. And that's just what it is.
So did your pops work a lot? Because it sounded like you was with both of them.
My dad never. Since I know my dad, he had one job at Little Caesars. My dad he's a Rolling Stone. Like the bitch is gonna take care of him.
No,
he's a good looking man. He don't need nothing but just to look good, and bitch is gonna take care of him and his kids. So we used to live with him, and the women that he was with, they would take care of us, and that was just it.
I only asked that because like I wanted to go back again. We talking about your early childhood and like the development of who we see now. And I think one thing that stood out to me is you started watching porn at 6?
I first orgasms at 6. I didn't have to watch porn.
So what made you even want to do
I don't
that?
know, but a lot of times the brain remembers things that you may not know. You know what I mean? Things can happen to you and your brain may remember, but you yourself, you can't find that memory, in your mental Rolodex. So I don't know if I was molested younger than that or something like that happened, but just the fact that I was able to come to an orgasm at 6 is kind of crazy. Like, what was going on? You know what I mean?
So when did you like find porn, I guess, like, because that was still young?
Yeah, probably maybe 10, maybe 11, maybe 10, 11, something like that.
Okay, 11.
Maybe 8. I seen Girls Gone Wild, maybe 8, Girls Gone Wild. How old are you?
I'm 33.
I'm 31. So yeah, Girls Gone Wild, that era, popped the TV on and off for that. But they had HBO porn, but just off.
But again, I feel like because a lot of times you got to be introduced to these things to want to explore.
But that's what I'm saying. Your body never forgets those type of situations.
But you just don't remember if it was anything that happened prior.
I don't know. But I just feel like the body is going to remember some shit like that you may not remember. And as a child, a child can see just a smidget or feel just a smidget or something like that. And it's like, little boys, they can touch their penis and feel like, oh, a little,
sensation,
wow.
Yeah,
like, oh shit, this is what, and it doesn't, you might not forget that.
When did your parents find out though?
They always called. My dad never called me, but my entire mom's side of the family, they always called me masturbating. Once I got to about 9, 10, I started to disassociate. Do you want to go to the store? Nah, I can go ahead. Like, because I'm definitely about to get mines. And so, yeah, I started seeing porn at 10, computer, the internet started, computer. My daddy had VHS tapes. My mom had CDs. My stepfather had magazines. And it was just accessible. It was just like, then you got, the HBO porn. You got movies that there's little sex scenes in it. So it's just like.
And your parents,
the obsession was really bad.
Did they catch you watching porn too?
My mom called me watching porn, and the conversation was really awkward. She was just like, "How does this make you feel?" And it's like, "Bitch, I'm already 7 years in. Like, it makes me feel great. I didn't say anything when she asked me, but it was just like, you don't know how to express how it makes you feel. You just like, this is what I like to do. Like at this point.
So she ain't really like try to like pull you away from it?
No, she just took the DVD that I had and that was it. But it's like, when it comes to that obsession with masturbating, even as an adult, you're going to find a way to do it. Your bitch could catch you in the bathroom masturbating. Yeah, you might feel bad or you might, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to find a way to do it because that addiction is crazy. Like, it's a deep-rooted addiction.
No, it's crazy. I was like, because I'm just thinking, because you had an experience with your daughter, right? Where you caught her. But you beat her, but then you explain why this is wrong. Right? And like, for me, I associate that with being with love, right? Like, it's like, I discipline you, then I'm going to explain why it's wrong so you know. But then I think about you. Well, I only think that you do that because it was a part of you that wished that was done to you almost. That's what I was assuming. Like, do you wish your parents was more strict when she caught you and like, yo, like, don't do this? Maybe you would have went in a different direction. I don't know.
I don't. I feel like the reason why I was watching porn is because I was unsupervised. That was just it. You know, that's literally what you'd like. If you're completely unsupervised, you'd always just have the complete freedom and nobody knows what you're doing. Your mom's upstairs in her room taking a nap all the time. Like I said, my mom was literally, I work, I cook, I clean. That's it. So it's like, we know you're about to go upstairs in your room here soon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only reason why. I've done a lot of things where the only cause was because I was unsupervised. And so that's it. Nowadays, kids are way more unsupervised than I was when I was a kid.
But I'm assuming you supervise your daughter like...
My daughter doesn't have the access to the internet like how other kids do.
Yeah.
So I have apps on my phone that show whatever she's doing. She has blockages on her computer. Like, there's no free to just... We're not about to be up in here just masturbating. Like,
yeah. No, because again, I say that because again, I would assume again that things, I got a daughter, it's things that I do for my daughter that intentionally I do it because I know it wasn't done for me. And it's like, man, honestly, like sometimes I sit back and like, man, I wish this was done for me. Like, I wish I had that
I just
extra.
wish there was a conversation. I wish that she would have caught me at a younger age and we would have had a conversation, open that door so it could be more comfort talking about it. Because once you get to a certain age, just trying to have that conversation is really awkward. She caught me when I was like 12 or 13 or something like that. And so it's just like, at this point, like I said, I've already been doing it for about 6 years. So it's like, I mean, I don't even want to talk to you about it because you're going to make me feel like you ain't never did this shit before. You know what I mean? There's not going to be any empathy there. It's just going to be, it's weird. And so I just feel like it would have been that open door policy with my mom to I'd be like, this is what happened. Like this, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't that. It wasn't that relationship.
Damn, I wonder like, when is...
So you as a dad, it just seems like, you know what I'm saying? Just have that open door relationship. And I feel like it starts off with you say, maybe her mom, I don't know. I would feel like it would be weird if my dad, but it's still like, you got to break that ice. It is what it is. Even if it's weird or not, it's like, I would keep on saying something because once you get to the adult age, a lot of people can't come to their mom or their dad and talk about anything because it's like, it's awkward.
Nah,
even though y'all both adults.
So no, I have a 18-month-old and then I have a 15-year-old. So it's like
15.
Yeah.
I have a 12.
Yeah, so it's like I've had that conversation with her like a few times because it's like, I need you to understand. I need you to know that it's safe here, and I need you to know that I got your back. And if anything,
but how are you talking to her when you having a conversation? Like you her friend, or like you her dad?
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I talk to her, I'll be like talking to her like I'm her dad. But like,
it's hard for that to break that barrier.
Yeah, I mean,
I talk to my daughter. I be like, you better not be out here fucking these niggas.
No, I mean,
you don't never know what they gonna be doing, girl. You remember that one nigga that I was? That's how I have to talk to her because it's like you have to really hear me. I'm not gonna be like, don't be a slut. That's just not. It's just not going to be received well. You know what I'm saying?
I talk to her like straight up, like yo, like it's not even from that aspect of it. It's really
well,
like
I'm not a dude, but
yeah, it's really like yo, I need you to understand that because I can't police you. Right at the end of the day, I'm not stupid. I know what I was doing at that age. And
that's what you should talk about.
No, I told
her
when
I was younger, I was literally one time it was this girl, la la la, and I used her for sex or something like that. That's how you really have to break it down to kids. And even if they don't in that moment try to receive it. they're going to remember what you said.
Nah, facts, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I just want her to feel safe and understand that, like, if anything ever go wrong, go south, or whatever, you with a friend, I don't want her to feel like ashamed or embarrassed to come to me. Like, that's really my thing. Again, because I know there's other things to worry about, but it's like, I just want you to feel comfortable enough that if anything happened, if anybody put their hands on you in the wrong way, I mean, anybody, adult, a kid, I want her to feel comfortable to come to me to know that, like, I'm not going to judge her. I'm not going to, like, you know, like, wish her away. Like, I'm not going to do none of that. Just know
and
that
what
you
would
can
be
tell
your
me.
reaction to her if she did come to you and say, like, something like that? What would be your reaction to her telling you that? Like, if she said something happened, like, not a forced situation, but she was uncomfortable in the situation. You know, a lot of times when girls are growing up, they oftentimes get in a situation with a guy where it's like, I really don't want to have sex with you, but I'm gonna have sex with you because I want you to like me, type shit.
No, facts.
Like a weird situation like that. How would you handle that situation?
Just let her know, like, she's way stronger than any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Have you done that before, though?
Well, she never had that conversation with me.
I'm just saying, like, have you done that before? Like, been in an awkward situation with a girl and y'all still had sex, even though it was, like, not really consented. Like, yes, I want to do this. It was just like, I really don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think for sure, like, it's been uncomfortable situations I've been in. Is like, it is gonna sound weird, but like on some real shit, like, just the standard of that the environment that I was around set. I feel like this, like, our environment create this standard that we feel like we gotta live up to when that's false, right? Yeah. So it's like just being a man or being a boy. It's like, I feel like sometimes that when I was young, I felt like I had to mess around with many girls, right? I feel like I had to be this guy and stand up and poke my chest out when I didn't really have to. It's like, way more than just sex, but a part of sex as well. Like, hell yeah. Right.
I was just asking that to say, like, make it a relatable topic. Like, you told me that, like, oh yeah, I've been through that too. That, like, that. Really, in your mind, you're like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. But, you know, you can never panic in front of them, because then it's just like, I don't even feel comfortable telling you anything else. And this is how you're going to react. That's why I was asking.
But when you went through that situation, I'm assuming you went through a similar situation, did you feel comfortable to go to your parents, though?
Never. When I lost my virginity, I would never, like, no. Hell no. First of all, my dad, like, when I was 13, I had a boyfriend that was 19, and my dad approved of him. And so when he did take my virginity, he pretended like he didn't even have sex with me, because the 19-year-old, of course, he knows that he's not supposed to be, you know what I mean, dating a 13-year-old. So he pretended that he didn't have sex with me, and I got pregnant. It was just only one time. Like, I lost my virginity, I got pregnant. I didn't feel comfortable coming to my dad and saying that. Even though he approved the relationship, we had never had that talk about sex. So it was just like, you know, I'm sitting here pregnant. I don't really know who to tell. I didn't feel comfortable telling my stepmom or nothing. I told my sister. But my stepmom, she knew me, like, my stepmom is like my second mom. So she was just like, you know, you didn't come on your period this month, or like something like that. And I'm like, no. She was like, are you pregnant? And yeah, I got an abortion when I was 3 months pregnant.
Damn. Like, do you ever think about those times, or like you just?
Now that I'm older or mature, it's like, thank gosh I got an abortion. But at that time, it really fucked me up.
So that was a moment where it fucks you up in a moment too.
For sure. I mean, you're 13. You're thinking that this guy, this 19-year-old loves you, which is stupid. But you're 13. You know, it's easy to groom a child. And he has sex with you, pretends he never had sex with you, then you're pregnant. And then it's like, once your dad and your mom finds out, your mom's like, you have to get an abortion. But not like the go to sleep abortion. It's like, you take this pill and you're going to go into labor at 13. So.
Yeah, I mean, you being a mom's, and like, that never happened. Hopefully that never happens. But like, if you were your mother at that time, like, how would you react? Or what would you want your mother to do? I'm
just glad I got an abortion, because I wouldn't want to be 20 years old with a 7-year-old. Like, yeah.
But I mean, what are some words you wish you would have heard?
I don't know. I just don't know. I wish I wasn't even in that situation. So I don't even know what. I just wish I was never in that situation. Yeah, that's it.
No, that's crazy. Like, I mean, my mom was actually raped when she had me. Like, that's how she had me. So, like, I could just imagine, like, again, I'm not a woman, you feel what I'm saying? But I can only imagine. And people, like, be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, shit, usually people get abortions from getting raped. Like, I'm glad my mom's had me. So, like, it's not it's like, congratulations type shit. But, like, I can only...
but I can only imagine, like,
what a 13-year-old feeling like you all alone. You have nobody to talk to about it. You probably feel bad that you even chose this dude to have sex with and get pregnant. It's like, I don't know, shit. I just want my daughter to feel comfortable to talk to me, bro. Like,
you just don't know what to think because you're 13 and you're not really tapped into your emotions. So you just don't know. It's just like, what the fuck? But it's like, damn, this is really crazy. This is fucked up. I have to kill. You know, at 13, you want to keep the baby because you're a little bit dumb. Like, why would I want to keep the baby? I'm not established at all. I'm literally in 9th grade.
maybe that made you feel what I could think of, like you had somebody in your corner when you felt like you wasn't people wasn't watching you, I guess, right? Like you ain't had no supervision. Maybe
It's
that's
really a normal thing in my dad's side of the family for us to have kids that young, 12 and 11 and 12 and 13. Like that's really a normal thing. So I'll have like when I was 13, my first cousin would be like, like I'm 13. My first cousin would be like 17. My second cousin, their parents, would be like 29, 30. It wouldn't be like a large age gap between your mother, your child, and then now you have a child. Like it wasn't like that. So it's a lot of people in my dad's side of the family just because like everybody was having kids very young. My dad was the only one who had kids. I think he was 30 when he had us. But he was the only one that waited that long. Like,
no, I feel like all of that shape our just how we act as parents. It's crazy because like you said, like you super open with your daughter. Like I think you said you even had the conversation about what you do to her, your profession and things like that. And my mom's just super open to me. Like she told me she was doing drugs and shit. My question is, do you think it's ever a time where it's too much though? Like maybe we're introducing them to something that they don't need to be introduced to?
No, because it's either you going to introduce it or the world is. And just imagine just imagine how we were young and your friends taught you something that your parents didn't. It's like, what the fuck? It's just too much freedom. I feel like when your friends introduce you to it, they don't really give you the lowdown on what's actually going on. Like if your friend like, yeah, I love getting my dick sucked, and you're just thinking like, oh yeah, that's all it is. When your parents come to you and they're like, you can get diseases, they're going to explain it to you differently than your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's just having that conversation with your kids. They'll respect you differently than if you go out in the world and I really don't know how to explain it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I do. Yeah, like it's like your parents.
I don't feel like it's ever too much because you never know what these kids going to come in contact with in the real world.
Yeah, I only ask that because like I just feel like.
Do you feel like it was too much?
Nah, because I never smoked crack. I never did no type of hard drug. And honestly, I didn't even drink until I turned 21. But I was also because I played sports, you know what I'm saying? So like I was very disciplined in that. I didn't start smoking until I was like 25, 26, I don't know. But I know I saw what it did to my mother.
Right.
So it wasn't the fact that she was telling me not to do it, right? Because the way she explained things, she said, you can do whatever you want. But as a man, you got to pay the consequences that come with your actions. She always told me that from a kid. So it wasn't the fact that she was telling me I couldn't do it. It was the fact that I saw that it wasn't doing nothing for her, right? I told her at 12, like, and it might sound harsh, but I told her, I said, yo, I don't know who my father is. You haven't been nothing that I'm proud of my entire life, right? I'd be damned if I waste a generation and don't be nothing. I told her when I was 12 years old. That's why I relate to what you're saying because, like, I too felt like that sometimes. But it's like...
That means at that point you were very alert.
For sure.
And aware, you know what I mean? Of your surroundings, of your,
No, I was.
That's what's up, though.
But I was just wondering, like, because sometimes things unintentionally happen. Like, I'm thinking of, like... You used to watch That's So Raven. Remember that show? That's So Raven. She used to always have a vision. Right? And every time she had a vision, she would do something to stop that vision from coming true. But everything she did to stop the vision from coming true made that vision come true. And now in my mind, I'm thinking like sometimes we expose things too early to kids or whatever. Now they get curious. And instead of like them running away from it, they run towards it. And I'm like...
But that's okay though. They have to learn on their own. So just growing up, my mom, we seen both sides of the fence. We see my mom living in the suburbs. We see my dad living in the ghetto. And so it's like we, of course, as kids, as delinquents, you're going to pull more towards like, oh, let me go have fun over here because we had two sides of the fence. You know what I mean? Maybe you were only shown one side and you're really lucky because a lot of people get shown that one side and that's where they are. They don't get out of that.
Yeah.
But we were shown, both sides and we really dibbled and dabbled in that that ghetto side for a long time until it was like, we really don't want to do that no more. I mean, I see my mom over here and we're going to go ahead and do this, which is like the luck of the draw, because it could easily my family, the kids that I grew up with on drugs, that shit is really sad. You know what I mean? Just seeing like, we used to get high together. We used to smoke weed together. Now you doing heroin. Now you smoking crack too. Like, that's fucking crazy. That could have been us. Me and my sister talk about that all the time.
What steered you away from it, you think you remember, if you remember?
I've always had my sister, and we just always held each other accountable. So there would be times we would do drugs, like, and if something bad happened, we'd be like, we're never doing that again. You know what I mean? But for other people, one time we did Molly, and we was doing Molly a lot when it first came out. And I think it was like 22, but it was my sister's birthday. We did Molly, and with my cousin, and we were high for a long ass time. It seemed like a very long time. And it went on for like, we couldn't go to sleep for like 2 days. And I remember we started throwing up and shit, and it was crazy. And I called my cousin, the guy who got it for us. And I was like, listen, we can't go to sleep. We're throwing up. Like, I don't know what's going on. And what he told us was like, you got to take some more. And to the regular person, they be like, oh yeah, I got to take some more. I'm going to feel better. We was like, fuck no. This don't even make no sense to take some more. Nigga, we going to be here again. Then we going to need to take some, but that don't even make no sense. And so we was like, we're not going to take no more. He drove up, and he drove up like 40 minutes to get the rest of what we had. And we never touched it again. We would have, I think because we had each other, and then also with my dad doing what he did, you know, popping in and out, going to go smoke crack on a binge 3 weeks, come back and pretend like nothing happened. You know, my mama just going through the after effects of just quitting crack, but then she's just in that simulation. At that age, we was just like, we're not going to keep on living this life. We both got felonies. It's like, this is clearly not, this lifestyle is not working out for us. So it's like, you know what I mean? Just seeing my mom climb out of that and seeing my dad still there, you get to see like, this is what your life is going to be like if you want to do that. And this is what it could be like. You have the choice. But everybody don't have that choice.
At what age did you finally understand that though?
When I started, what age did I finally
understanding that you had two decisions? Because it seems like coming up your whole adolescence, like to teenagers, like it almost feel like that. I'm hearing it like this is what you know, this is what you want to do because you don't have no guidance or anything. So it seemed like it's the only choice, the only way.
Yeah, but we did have guidance. We had guidance that let us do it. That's the type of guidance that we had. It wasn't like we were unsupervised, but we also had the guidance where it's like we got an aunt and uncle that's going to be like, here, you can hit this cigarette over here at the young age. Here, you can drink this, take this shot with us over here. Don't tell nobody. You know, I had my dad where it's like, let's chug a beer at 12. Let's chug a beer. Let's see who could chug it fastest. Or I see you smoke, you know, smoke with me. Like, we gonna smoke. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of guidance that we really had. I don't know what age it really clicked. Like, we're not doing that. I don't know. I really don't know because I'm still learning. And the disease of addiction really does drip down to your kids because right now I don't smoke weed, but just literally I was just smoking weed every day, all day. I don't do e-pills anymore, but I was just stuck in that trance for a couple of years when I was living in Baltimore. So it's like, it's still, at this age, I don't feel like I'm going to, you know, dib and dab into anything else. But it's just...
Bro, and that's what I'm scared of, though. Like you said, like the addiction thing passing down. Like, my mom's... I was just thinking about this, and I ain't gonna lie, it be frustrating me because it's like, my mom's is like the black sheep of the family, right? And somehow...
So she's the only one that does drugs.
Yeah, and then like, she just was like, wanting to do her own thing, right? And I look up and I'm like, I feel like I'm the black sheep of my family. Like, I got family, like friends, I have bonus family, things like that. And I'm like, yo, how did I end up here? And it was because my mother never took me around the family, so I just never really, I mean, sometimes I didn't have a real relationship with them. So it just was like, they really don't exist. There was nothing wrong with them. It's just created my own life. So much so that I started to create my own life outside of my mother as well. And like, I'm like, damn, I look at my mom's the black sheep, I'm the black sheep. And again, I got kids, so
that's what trauma do to you. You disassociate.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I got kids, and like, I'm just getting emotional thinking about it because like, I don't want my daughter to like kind of like go off without me.
She wouldn't do that to you. The thing is, that's why I said that's what trauma do. Trauma make you feel like, you know, I'll be all right without you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get to the adult age and you keep looking back. And then if your parent is still the same, my mom is Muslim, but she feels like she doesn't have to apologize for the way that we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have to really take accountability. And so that really fucks me up. So I just can't talk. I can't, I don't want to cry. Goddamn my makeup.
I don't want to, bro? Some tissue?
Somebody's going, they going.
I got you.
I'm not going to cry. I'm good.
Take your time. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I don't really talk to my mom because it's just like, girl, if you want to pretend like you don't understand why each of us individually is fucked up and you don't want to be it's you and now you Muslim and you feel like I only have to answer to Allah, bitch, I'm not talking to you. I can't do it. I can't.
But that's what I'm asking because
but there's a lot that I learned from her.
But could you ever even before we get to what you learned, could you ever imagine that relationship happening between you and your daughter? Or your daughter taking some of your, whatever you do now, right, that you would hate for her to do and doing that in her life?
I'm going to always be there for my daughter in a way that isn't I'm your enemy. It's going to be if I ever did anything growing up and you feel like, oh my God, I was a trash mother, I'm always going to apologize and take accountability for that. I'm always going to keep it real with her. I did not do my best. I did what I felt like doing, and that's just keeping it a bean. You know what I'm saying? I hate when parents I did my best. No, you didn't, bitch. You did not do your best. You did what you felt like doing, and that's just what it is. If you would have kept it a bean like that, I can understand that for a long time, I'm thinking that my mother is the ceiling. Food stamps and Section 8, that's the ceiling right there. That's the all high. Nah, I can go past you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never let down the ladder. You making it seem like you did your best and you didn't. And so I'm thinking this is my best. But no, I don't feel like I'm going to have that relationship with my daughters. I have 2 daughters because I'm always going to be there to apologize. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be a part of your healing. If I did something to cause any type of trauma, I'm going to be there to say sorry every single time. I'm going to be there when you say, oh, I think I want to do this job. Oh shit. Well, I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to pay for you to go to school. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to get you this and that. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go above and beyond. And I don't want my daughters to look at me when they get to the grown age and be like, that's my enemy for real. My mom, this my enemy. No.
I think that's probably one of my biggest fears though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's a fear for me too, because my kids is my life.
Because it's
I don't even know where I would be without my kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like at the end of the day, people are gonna be people, and it's I talk about the That's So Raymond thing because I think about this all the time, and I'm like, it'd be yo, I'm gonna do the opposite of what was done to me, just think about so many kids that was passed down money and didn't learn how we had to learn. They still go out there and be knuckleheads because they want to be rebellious. I heard a story about Hitmaker, right? Hitmaker, the guy that make the music. He lived in a great neighborhood. He would go to New York and kind of like the New story from the T.I. movie, right? They want to be a part of that, because they feel like they're missing out. And it's bro, what the hell? I don't know, that shit messes me up because it's what if I do everything in my power to avoid this from happening and that be the cause that it happened?
So as far as the Hitmaker situation, my little sisters grew up in a really nice areas too. The only thing that I wish that my mom would have done is put them in different activities. Like you said, when you were growing up, you was in sports and shit. Did you really have time to be doing something else? Yeah. Hell no. You always got something to do. After ballet, you got tutoring, and then you got to go over here to music. There, you got something to do all the time. You don't even got time to think about some other shit. You ain't got time to be in your room masturbating. You ain't got time to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I think that my little sisters we were all talented growing up. But like I said, my mom was in that simulation. It was just I don't know, maybe she was in survival mode. I don't know what the fuck, because she ain't gonna break it down to us. She ain't gonna keep it real with us. But I wish she would have invested in them because they were really pure at some age. They didn't go through molestation. They didn't go through rape. They didn't go through drug mom. They didn't go through that. So it's damn, you could have really invested in them. They could have had a different life.
Yeah. And
so
that's was
Hitmaker supervised, or did he have something to do, or he just is my friends up here saying we should skip school, fuck it. No, it's no, I gotta go to basketball practice, and after that I can't really do what you doing.
Yeah. Nah, it's funny, I hear you say you wish she did that for your sisters, but I'm thinking about you, right? Because remember I went to therapy, and one of the best questions that was asked to me, it was so simple, and it messed me up. She was like, how do you feel? Because she was talking about like raising my moms. I'm like, my mom was the best mom she could be. Like, I understand she did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, she made it work. And like, look at me. Like, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be who I am today. And she's like, I understand all that. But she was like, but how did you feel in those moments? And I'm like, sheesh. Like, that was probably one of the hardest questions I was asked. And I'm wondering to you, like, I get you can understand. You wish you would have did it for your sisters, but like, at the end of the day, bro, you didn't, like you said, molestation, like people treating you, over-sexualizing you as a kid, shit, jail multiple times, getting exposed, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it seems like you ain't really have your moms there to really talk to you and have your back. Like, when you think about that, like, how did that really make you feel?
It just made me feel alone mentally for a long time. To the point, mentally and emotionally, to the point now where, like, I don't have deep emotional connections with people. I talk to my sister every day. She's my assistant, but I still don't feel like I have a really deep emotional connection with her. And so I'm okay with just being alone. And that's,
do you think
I've learned to just be alone and not really need people for anything.
Do you think that's what my bad. Yo, can you go get us some tissue, please? Do you think that's you feeling alone? Do you think that's the reason why you kind of embrace the porn route? So like, let's think about it. So you got exposed, you got out of jail, and you like, man, fuck it, I might as well just get some money, right? Do you feel like that thought process came because you felt like you was alone and like, I only got me, so I'm gonna just make it work type shit?
For sure. 100%. I was in survival mode. I'm still in survival mode.
Damn.
It's like you never really get out of it. So.
Damn,
Thank you, sweetheart.
I said some tissue. Y'all wrote something. Oh, my. Say thick
Tissue,
ass neck.
Tissue and paper towel.
Damn. So, sheesh. But when was
you just stay in that mode. Like, I don't even know how to. You just stay in that, like, I'm scared to lose it all type shit. That's a real thing. Like, and then you know that you're the only person that can catch you when you fall. You just be like, all right, like, I got this.
When did you understand that though?
Probably when I was like 22.
How
I stopped asking people for shit. Like, that was when I first started. I think when I started doing porn, like when I was like 22. I had just got out of jail when I was 22. Maybe like when I turned 23, my daughter was like 3 years old. And that's when I realized, like, I'm not going to ask nobody for shit. I'm just going to do it. And if I do have to ask somebody for something, I'm going to pay them every single time to help me. Like, I'm never going to ask nobody for nothing because I just felt mentally like nobody was there. So, hey. And as an adult, you have to really feel like that anyway. It's like you can't expect everybody to be there for you as an adult. Everybody got their own shit going on, so you just learn to deal with it by yourself. And also growing up, my mom was always by herself too. Like, I never heard my mom call somebody and like cry to them. I barely see my mom cry. But I never heard her call somebody and ask for advice or on the phone with somebody crying or anything like that. I've never seen that. So it's like she was really strong. So it's like, girl, deal with your shit in private and, you know, you come around, be a good time. You know, if you come around, make some money. Like, do what you need to do to make sure that your house and your people is good. And that's just it. Like, even now, people are like, you know, you're really famous. You're really well known. I don't feel it. I feel like I know that I have like imposter syndrome where you feel like, yeah, Jenise may be successful, or funny ass Jenise may be successful, or I'm XXX Dark may be successful, but it's like Jenise just still feels like this is a job. That's who she is. But I'm just mom. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's really hard to mentally grasp it. But I can show up and be like, you know, funny ass Jenise, and I'm XXX Dark. But it's like,
but that's a heavy burden to carry, bro.
It's
like,
really not, because those are parts of me. You know what I'm saying? It is me. It's not like it's a front or anything like that. But it's just like who Jenise is, a really, really soft person. You can't really be that all the time. You just can't. So, and that's okay.
No,
There's nothing wrong with that. You protect yourself. That's why I said I'm alone a lot, because you know that being by yourself, you really don't have to come in contact with different energies. You don't have to come in contact with different, like, expectations and stuff like that. So you can just be yourself. Around my kids, I can just be myself. I don't have to be not much, and they gonna accept what I got going on.
So it's never like a part of you that, I mean, I don't know. I know of me, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know it's be times where I want to be accepted, even still to this day. I'm 33 and sometimes I feel like that. I'm like, it's never a time where you're like, man, I get it. I am alone because I want to be alone, but sometimes I don't want to be alone though. And it's like, I
No,
gotta
you learn
be,
to be like, cool. If you think about the things that I went through when I was younger, a lot of the things that I went through when I was younger, I was by myself. Anytime, like, any situation, a lot of situations that I was in that was like traumatic, I was by myself. When I went through that abortion, I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she was in the house, but she was in her room. I wasn't around. Like, it's not like she was beside me making sure I was good. Like, I went through that by myself. And so, also just seeing my mom do it by herself, it's just like, you'll be okay. Like, you're fine. I don't yearn for other people because I don't want to be disappointed. You know, you expect a lot of things out of people. You gonna be disappointed very, very easily. Like,
man, that shit hurt.
I need you to be here, but you can't be. Nah, like
that shit hurt. I don't care what that shit hurt. Like, you can go. It's the difference between doing like working out hurts, right? But you do it every day because like we know it makes us feel better. But like,
it doesn't hurt me because you just over the time you're numb to that. And if you, like I said, if you stop expecting people to be there for you emotionally, you don't crave that. You be like, I'm good, and I can be there for myself.
Okay, what about these times then? Because it's always a time where you think somebody is there for you, right? And then you find out that they're not. That's disappointing as fuck.
It is. That's why I went through that last year. It's disappointing, but it's just like, I'm going to patch myself up.
Facts.
I'm a very strong Black woman. I'm going to patch myself up. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. There's a lesson in everything. You know, maybe I wasn't alert enough. Maybe I wasn't aware enough of my surroundings. Maybe I did fall into that patch where I felt like, damn, I'm a little bit too lonely. But if you fall into that patch, you're just susceptible to anything. It's like anybody can come around and just knock you off your square because now you in this talking about you lonely. Everybody got their own thing going on. Why are you know what I'm saying? I talk to myself a lot.
Yo,
I talk to myself a whole lot.
That's crazy. I don't know. I never did porn or anything like that. But this question might sound crazy, but I'm curious. Do you feel like when you started doing porn, it helped you cope with that?
The only thing I felt like porn made me do is act out like how sexual I was. Boom, like I can act this out. I was prostituting at the same time that I started doing porn. So it's like, I'm really just, you know, when you do grow up, like when I was growing up, I had sex with a lot of grown men. I didn't have sex with many adolescents, maybe like 2. But the majority of people that I had sex with were grown men. So, you know, once you're groomed like that, you know, for a long time, it's like you naturally think that that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, it's cool. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's all right. And so just doing porn, I don't feel like it. I just feel like it was just, I don't know. Like, maybe it was a learning. I don't know. Maybe I learned more about myself doing porn than if I wouldn't have done it. I learned a lot. I healed a lot while doing porn. Like, maybe this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you can do something else that makes you, maybe this doesn't make you happy. You know, maybe the money doesn't make you happy because then you start to just latch on to different things. Once you feel like it's really not for you, you start to latch on to different aspects of it. Like, at first it was like, I'm getting all this attention from these niggas. Like, I love this. I don't really crave that anymore. They're like, I get all this money. Like, I'm fucking with this money. I'm going to do it for the money. I don't really crave the money anymore. Now it's just like, this is my life. This is really what you got to do, nigga. Like, I don't really feel like that anymore. So now I really don't be doing this shit.
So you think it was definitely a blessing in disguise? I
do feel like it was a blessing because I'm put in a position to where I could take care of myself. That's it. Because when I got out of jail, I had a felony and no jobs will hire me. No places will rent to me. So it's like, damn, you ain't got shit going for yourself and you got a child. So it's like, all right, well, let me go to what I know. Go to what you know what I'm saying? This is all that I know. And once you start making money and once something like that saves you, it's like if you get out of prison and you ain't got shit going on, but somebody throw you a sack of weed and you start selling weed and it's finally making money. Like, it's like, oh, thank gosh, like I'm getting money. Like I'm I'm finally getting money. And not only am I getting money, I'm getting way more money than I expected to get. And not only that, I'm getting attention. And not only that, like, you know what I'm saying?
When did that shift happen though? Cause like, I guess it's a conversation between like some people like you do things for survival, then you do things for like a choice, right? Like you choose to do it. When did you know that, okay, I don't have to do this anymore?
Well, after I had my second child, it changed me a lot. Like after I had my daughter's 2, she's about to be 3.
Pull your mic close.
My daughter's 2, she's about to be 3. And after I had her, it just really set in. Like, first of all, I went through postpartum. So I'm like, I don't even think I look good. I don't even like the way I look. I don't even feel sexy enough to just sit out here and suck dick. Like, I don't want to do that. But I still, like, it's that fear of just doing the stand-up. I still had that really deep fear, like, you're not going to be good at that. This is the only thing you know how to do. This is what you need to do. You don't need to think about doing nothing else. But I just knew in that moment when it just like, I don't want to do this. I really, you know what I'm saying? I felt like a mom. That's just it. I was just like, I just want to take care of my child. Maybe I can go live here and there, but I don't want to be on my knees. I don't want to suck dick.
No.
But then once the money starts dwindling down, it's like survival mode. Like, hello, wake up. Doesn't matter what you want to do. This is the option that you have. Like, this is what you need to be doing.
Damn. So it's almost, yo, you know what's crazy? We having this. No, go ahead. You know what's crazy? I'm thinking about it. It almost puts you at a place where you feel like you don't have a choice.
Yeah. A lot of sex workers don't talk about that, but it do feel like that. You get used to making that money. You get used to people and then the people. If you let the people talk, they just going to be like, you're not good at doing nothing else. You're not going to be nothing else. You just might as well do this. And then on top of that, I have a felony. So that automatically in the back of my mind, like, nobody's going to hire you when you have a felony. You know what I'm saying? For 8 years, I started doing it in the beginning of my 8 year, like, you know, it takes 7 years for it to really, people like, oh, we're not going to worry about your felony. I did that right in the beginning. I started doing porn right in the beginning of my 7 years. So it's like, you know, fuck it. This is the only option I have at this moment to make money. And then
it made me think of like,
and then also I didn't want to always be away, really quick. I didn't want to always be away from my child. That was one thing that I realized about my mom, that it was just like, that's so flawed. You're always away from us. And that's one dynamic in the Black community that's really fucked up. The father's out the home. The mother has to go to work. It's like the child is always unsupervised. Now you just have the freedom to just do whatever you want to do. Because mom is like, if I don't work, I'm going to be able to pay bills. Dad's just like, fuck it. Like, I don't even need help at all because she's getting food stamps, Section 8, all this extra shit. So I was just like, I need to be home with my child for real. I don't want to always be gone and then something happens to my child. And that's a fear that for a long time, I never let people watch my child. It was just like a lot.
Now, it's crazy because I'm thinking about if we go back, right? It's like, again, we can have this serious conversation about the government and all, but it's real. Like, we go back, we come from environments that, like, we're already behind the 8 ball, superficially saying, right? We already got the short end of the stick, right? One, we're Black, right? Then we're in these impoverished neighborhoods. So it's like we don't really have many options. So we take it upon ourselves to do what we think we should do, right? Doing that gets us arrested, right? You get a record. Now you can't get a job, so you're forced to do something else illegal, right? It's like this never-ending cycle.
It's a never-ending cycle. And there's nobody out there to help you. You really feel alone in that moment. And nobody's going to be like, yeah, come stay with me. I'm going to help you get a job. We're not even established like that to be like, you can come and live with me. Now that you come and live with me, I'm looking at you like you need to be paying something, even though you ain't got shit.
Facts.
So it's like, it's really a fucked up like stigma that we go through. Even if you haven't been to jail, as soon as you go and live with somebody, they're like, you need to pay something, you need to do something. And it's like, what if you don't even have the mental capacity to do it? What if you depressed? For a long time, I had to realize that I was super duper depressed. Even when I wasn't in jail, before I got my felony, I was at my sister's house. I was at my mama's house. I was at both of my sister's house, my cousin's house. And I used to do nothing at all but smoke weed and just chill. And I was just literally just in a state of like a trance. It's like, damn, you're not going to go get a job? I didn't even have no felony then. You're not going to go get a job. You're not going to go to school. You're not going to do nothing. You're just going to sit here and do nothing. Like a sunken place. And I really didn't see the problem with that. When looking back now, it's like, damn, you should have really got up. So the only thing you want to do is like, when you run out of money, you want to go through people's cars so you can get some weed. That's what you want to do. Why is that like something? What kind of thought process is that?
That's the thought process that we subconsciously learn and where we come from.
That's fucked up.
It
and I
is.
be thinking like, and then when I look at the younger generation, I'm just like, there's nothing you can tell them. They're never going to feel like that's wrong because they in that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they get to the age of 30 and they look back like, oh no, that was crazy. But in that moment, it's like the frontal cortex, it was just, I was dark. I was in the dark.
Mm.
I didn't have no desires to do anything else but what I was doing. And even if I thought about doing something else, it's like I didn't have the motivation. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the mentality. It was just like, oh, I may want to do that, but
Yo, you know, it's funny because we talk about this unrealistic, this cycle that it goes through, right? Poverty, like this cycle that poverty takes us through. And I'm thinking about, it's really a mentality, like you said, doing drugs. It's really a mentality. And now I'm thinking about, because we have this mentality, we do what we have to do. We do what we feel like we got to do. And then that, again, create more problems. And again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I would assume when you started prostitution, when you started doing porn, that kind of like put you in a mindset of wanting to get your body done. No?
I started prostituting when I was 15. My barber, like, I didn't know I was prostituting, but my barber, he cut my hair and then he just came on to me, and just as a young child, I was really like intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have sex with me and he would give me money, but I didn't know that was prostitution. I just thought he liked me, which is some shit a 15-year-old would think about a grown-ass man. But I got my body done because when you're I never wanted to get my body done. But once you're on the internet and people are critiquing you and like that, once I realized like, oh, I'm tying my shirts so that I have this Coke bottle shape. Oh, I'm always sitting down so that my thighs can spread so it can look like I have this Coke bottle shape. And you stand up and you ain't got no ass. You're conform, like you're going to conform eventually when you're in the public eye like that. You want people to look at you. You subconsciously look at the attention that other girls get that do have that fat ass. And when I was growing up, the BBL was really popular. Nowadays, it's like, you don't need to do that. But when I was growing up, a fat ass was everything. Mm-hmm. Everybody that had fat ass is like, you got all the attention because you got that fat ass. You know what I'm saying? So subconsciously, I just felt like that.
So then
after you get it the first time, it's like body dysmorphia is a real thing. You start to look at yourself differently than other people look at you. When you look in the mirror, your eyes will tell you lies. It's really crazy, the mental effect that it has on you. When I look back on pictures like when I was younger, when I didn't have my body done, I'm like, damn, my body looks great. What the fuck was I thinking?
But that's what I was wondering. I was like, so porn had, like, you doing porn because you had to put yourself out there, but
no, everybody don't do porn that do
influence.
that. No, because it's CNAs that get their body done.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about you personally though. Like you ain't.
It had nothing to do with that.
Sheesh.
It was just more of just like the attention. I got my tummy tuck for me, but the BBL and the implants was just like, I want to walk through and it's like, God damn, her ass fat. Like I wanted that so bad. I get that now.
When I say when you got it though, did it make you happy though? Did it like turn you up or?
It did. It just, I don't know. Like my fans were really upset. The people that watched me on porn, they was just like, you did not need to get your body done. We don't like that. Like, every single surgery, they was like, you didn't need that. We don't like that. Just. So but it wasn't satisfying in the way that you think it's going to be. You're thinking that I don't know what I was expecting, but it was just like, I like the way I look. It was for me too. I like the way that I look, but it's just, I don't know what type of result I was looking for.
Yeah, because I hear people say like they do it and you think you will be happy, but you're not really happy. Like, it's like.
I love my body. I love the way I look. I think I'm bad as fuck. I look at myself through a nigga's eyes like, oh yeah, you look really good. The body is T. But,
Yo, I got, speaking of all this like porn talk and like prostitution and stuff, yo, did that make it hard on like your love life, like your relationships?
No, I always believed in like love. Like I never felt like, I don't know, I'm never unable to find a nigga. Like I just feel like that slows me down a lot.
So you don't think it had a negative impact on your love life at all?
Like the times that I was in a relationship, I wasn't prostituting. I've been like 6 relationships.
All right, okay,
5
cool.
relationships.
Better question then. What about your sex? Did it have an impact on your sex with people that you actually like?
Yes, because when you're getting paid to have sex, you're gonna fuck like it's your life depends on it. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like that. You're really just fucking the shit out of me. Like, this is crazy. Like, but you're getting paid to do it. So of course you're gonna bring that energy. I want you to come back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure. But now it's like, I'm a pillow princess. I don't really feel like I'm about to do all that.
But I'm talking about like, but
so
are you doing that in your love life? Like the person that you with, your man, you're not giving him that though.
I feel like I have to really fuck with somebody to give that out. I don't feel like in the beginning I'm about to just be on you like doing all that. I have to really know like, all right, this is my person. Now I can really be comfortable with him. But I know that right after I stopped prostituting and I was having sex with my baby daddy, we used to fuck like dogs. But it just I was doing it because I wanted to keep him around. Because I'm like, I know I can fuck you and keep you around. I know I can fuck the shit out of you and keep you around. So let me do that. But now it's just like, I'm not about to fuck the shit out of you to keep you around. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. And depending on that, like if I get comfortable enough with you, yeah, we going to go there. But I'm not using that to keep somebody around. A lot of times, like a lot of sex workers have low self-esteem. They don't talk about that. And so I just got out of a relationship where I felt like I needed to give him money in order for him to fuck with me, in order to stay around. You know what I'm saying? That type of low self-esteem comes from sex work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give something for somebody to stay around. I'm at the age now, like, after that happened, after I got hurt in that situation, it's like, dog, this is me. If you fucking with it or you not. But I'm not bringing nothing extra to the table. I already know, like, y'all come with what I come with, but I just feel like either you're fucking with that or like you're fucking with that or not. I'm not about to give you an abundance amount of money. I'm not about to, let me try to suck your dick the best I can. No, I'm not doing that. Because you could do all of that and a nigga still not fuck with you.
Nah, facts.
So it's just.
Yeah, vice versa is like, bro, I think the way to get over that, to be honest with you, is just loving yourself. Because a lot of times we skip over ourselves to love somebody else, and whole time we still don't love them right because we really don't even know what love is because we don't have it for ourselves. Like, it's like, that shit crazy. I want to talk to you about, like, it's crazy because I was introduced to sex early too, right? Like, I mean, early. Like, my mom's was like a hustler. So she used to, like, let the drug dealers, like, rent my room to have sex with, like, prostitutes and shit. So I used to hear him having sex. And, you know, being introduced to sex so early, like, as a grown-up, I see the negativity that it had on my life. Like, just how I used to over-sexualize women. Like, how I wanted, like, not everything was about sex, because I was never, like, no creep. But I just feel like it was times where I really couldn't be intimate with my partner because, again, me being introduced to sex so early, I started having sex a lot. So now when it's time to be intimate with one person, it's kind of hard because all I know is like, all right, when it's time to have sex, we have sex. I'm a man, a guy, so I'm not really supposed to eat everybody else. I'm not supposed to do certain things. So when it's time to have sex, we have sex and that's it. You get what I'm trying to say? So, but when I got a partner, it was hard to turn that off. So like, yeah, I would do things, but it probably was half-assed. Like, I wasn't as like intimate. Like, yeah, we could fuck when it's time to fuck, but it's like.
I love that you said that because look at the Black community as a whole. That's how a lot of men are. And now we have this generation of women that are coming like, let me be overly sexual because it's like, now it's just like, damn, nobody is really, really like intimate anymore. It's just like, I'm coming as a sex symbol. You like the sex symbol, la, la, la. But it is really wicked the way that things are now because growing up, that's not how things were. But I'm glad that you said that just from a male perspective. I love hearing that because a lot of people aren't honest about that.
Yeah, no, that shit definitely.
You get overly sexualized. People don't feel like it's overly sexualized. They just feel like I'm a man. I'm supposed to like titties and ass. It's overly.
But I think it's
to the point where you stop actually liking the essence of a woman. Like, damn, I like the fact that your legs are not like, you know what I'm saying? It's just ass and titties and that's it. Or, like, you only attracted to that.
And it's, again, I'm just being real. It might sound corny or whatever, but some real shit. Or the fact that I have somebody that I can come to talk to, right? Like, again, it don't have to be a sexual feeling. It don't have to be, like, physical. It don't have to be about your legs, your ass, or whatever the case may be. It's the fact that, like, you are a woman and I can have you in my presence, right? It's like, you don't have to fuck every chick that's in your presence. Like, you don't have to be like that.
Telling niggas that.
But again,
because I'm a sex worker, they feel like you
but
supposed
I think
to give it
that
up.
come from us being introduced to sex so early, though. because that's what we was taught. You gotta understand, like you was taught some things. You was taught to be a woman by woman, right? Some way until we have this woman revolution where things change, right? The same for us men though. We was taught to like get hoes. Like you was that dog, you was big macho man. If a nigga don't play with you and you get bitches. That's what it was, right? Like,
but you can always evolve though.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
which
of
is
course.
cool. And I think it takes a lot of discipline to evolve. It takes a lot of like, I'm not fucking y'all. Like I don't want to fuck.
Or a lot of hurt though.
Huh?
Or a lot of hurt though.
That's for me, that's what it is. But that hurt like really helps me evolve. That hurt really helps me like gain wisdom. Like I said,
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to leave up holiday decorations year-round. Others have the need to use their garage as practice space for their new metal band. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
it's a lesson in everything. At this age, everything is a lesson. Every situation I go through, whether it's a good, like whether it's happy, sad, I don't care if I show up for something I don't get paid, I'm going to learn some shit. I'm going to learn some shit about me. I'm going to learn some shit about you. You may teach me something. It's always going to be exchange. The energy that I feel, I'm always going to absorb that. It may take me a few days to recover because I be absorbing the fuck out of energy. Just so I can just do a mental toss for myself. Like, this is how this went. Oh, wow. Like, okay, I like this situation, or maybe I don't like this situation. What did I learn from this situation? I really have to, it takes me a couple of days to digest that. But at this age, it's like, not everything has to be a learning experience. Like, you got to learn from everything. Even if it hurts you, you just got to find that, you know, you learn more about yourself. I learn more about myself when I do get hurt. Like, girl, you shouldn't have been in that situation anyway, because this and this and this, you just pretended. That's why I said with the last situation I was in a lonely space. I didn't feel like I was lonely, but the way that it caught me off guard, it's like I was clearly in a lonely situation, because how do you not see the red flags? When you know, and you have to, like you said, also I learned that I needed to love myself more. That was something that I learned too. There's so much that I learned from the last situation I was in. It could never happen again. I would never, and I learned to be sober after that. Like, I don't even want to smoke. I'm not going to smoke. I felt like my discernment was way off because I was just high as fuck. So it's just like that. So much has changed just in a little bit of time. People may not believe it, but me being a self-healer, in order to heal, you have to learn, like, you have to find a lesson in it. And so.
Yo, like, but hold up.
So important.
Hold up, though, because that's a real conversation. Like, you be with somebody and you think it's forever, and you find out that it's only for now, right? And it's like, that's a different type of hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
It is. I stopped eating. That shit hurt. I stopped eating for like, I lost 40 pounds fucking around.
I lost 40 pounds too. I was running though. No cap.
I wasn't running. I just wasn't eating. Like, I was dead ass hurt.
But no cap though, I did. I was running. I started running.
But I asked myself, like, how did you get in this situation? Like, what was going on, Jenise, mentally? Like, you got to talk to yourself, because it's you. It's you versus you. Remember, I said it could only be a win or a win. So I really talk to myself like I'm another person. And it's because, like, I look at my body in different parts. I got my brain, I got my heart, I got my pussy. Not to be vulgar, but I'm just saying, like, different. Sometimes, you know, my brain and my heart, they are not connected. They are two different people. You shouldn't do this, but I feel like. Then sometimes my coochie connected to my heart. I love him, so I'm just going to give it up. Then, you know, once that coochie connect to that brain, it's like, fuck you, nigga. The heart, I will hurt myself getting away from somebody else. It's just, I don't know. But once the three are connected, I cannot be fucked with. And at this current moment, they are connected. I cannot be fucked with.
Them being connected, though, do you feel like you could ever give that love again? And do you
For
want
sure.
to?
I'm not a bitter person.
But do you want to?
Because I said I'm a self-healer.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm a heal myself, because I would never want to bring what happened to me into another relationship. I don't never want nobody to experience that. Like, damn, she's really hurt. Like, So every time I get into a relationship, I try to come with, like, just, this is me. You know what I mean? I don't want to come with, like, what are you doing in your... I hate, like, I don't need to be in a relationship if I'm scared you going... If I have trust issues, if I'm insecure.
But hold up, though, because, like, I feel like I was going to ask, like, you seem so cool, right? But again, we can't ignore your old profession, right? You don't think people like try to put you in a box when they meet you automatically like that, and it make it hard to date like that. When somebody
Those
meet
are not the guys that are for me. What's for me is going to come to me with ease. I don't have to explain to you what the fuck I've been through. You may just be thinking people are going to always look at it as a surface thing. Damn, she was just out here selling pussy. But then you may get to know me and you realize like, bro, the way the cars was set up was really fucked up. That would be different, but I can understand people judging me. It doesn't bother me because when you meet those type of people, you realize that comes from a place of projection. Somebody's judging them the same way. You know what I'm saying? But once you do enough healing, when you meet people that are really hurt, that's all you be thinking like, damn, that person probably really hurting over there. Like, that's all I don't judge them like, you a fucked up person. I be like, dog, people really out here hurt me. That's all I be, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so if
real.
people don't really, if you don't get it, that's cool. I get it.
So you think you're a very empathetic person?
For sure.
So it's funny because I asked Jess, hilarious this, right? You were super successful now, right? But you came from a place in an area, your parents, everybody around you, people that's not successful and probably still not successful. Do you ever feel some sense of like sort of survivor's guilt? Whereas like you are successful, but the people you came up with are not?
I always feel that. I don't feel guilt, but I just feel like I will always be humble. That's how I feel because there's people like, I have people like all types of people. Any person that I meet, they be like, I love you. You're this and that. You really this, Jenise. Like, don't forget who you are. You this person. And I just be like, I got a family member just like you. Why would I want to act like I'm better than you? Nigga, I know somebody just like you. I can be the homeless person on the side of the street nodding off. I got a family member just like you. Like, I'm going to have to be, I respect, I respect it. I don't want to ever feel like, ew, like you a bump. I would never carry that type of energy because I have family members that's going through what they're going through. So I'm just a humble person.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't want to be like
fuck with about you.
And then also I have imposter syndrome. So it's just like I don't feel like I'm that. I don't feel like that.
You don't feel like you're bigger than what you are.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like a regular person. I feel like I'm still trying to get it. I'm a hustler. I feel like that's it. I don't feel like I'm this popular bitch and nobody can fuck with me and I look better than you. I got more money than you. I don't feel like that. I could talk my shit for sure, but
you
it's
know
still
you the GOAT
like,
though, for sure.
But when I go home, I'm a mom.
Yeah. But you could be the GOAT of moms.
Nah, I'm not the GOAT of moms. I'm just a regular mom. Dad, I don't want to be better than nobody. And when I'm winning, I'm just walking on my sidewalk. I'm not looking down on nobody. And you know what I mean? The only thing I could do is look back, but I'm on my own path.
So you don't never you don't never want to just be the greatest, like at just the greatest.
Even if the greatest against who?
And not against nobody, but
it's
yourself.
not a
You could be
competition
the greatest of all time.
For sure. That's who I'm in competition with. Me, the old me. Yesterday's me. Last week's me. That's the only thing that's the only thing I'm watching. My plate, my table, me, that's it. So it's just like making sure that I'm winning against me, that's it.
Yeah,
I don't never take no losses to the next person because I'm not watching what you do.
Nah,
I hope you win.
You're right. I be wanting people to win too. It's just it be times I want to be the greatest. I want to be the greatest in my field. So if I'm a podcaster, I want to be the best podcaster. Period.
I don't want to be better than anybody else because what's for me is going to come to me with ease.
Facts.
Yeah, you got to work hard, but what I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to look at somebody else and say, damn, I'm going to be better than you.
Oh, yeah, nah. That's kind of hate.
I'm in my own lane. I can't see other people. I don't watch other people like that. I may like a post, but I don't really watch people. Like, it's me. Like, I'm in my own world. I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel like I should watch other people. I don't want to copy off other people or absorb other people's like content or anything like that. I may watch funny content that's on my For You page, but I don't watch other people because it's me against me. Girl, go, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. Yo, you not too long ago you were talking about like how you empathetic, right? And we talk about
Let's take a shot.
Yeah, let's take a shot.
Sorry.
Nah, come on, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All of that shit. Do it gotta be a shot? Can we just take a drink?
Dang, I feel like it took like 30 minutes for us to take a shot.
All right. God
I'm
damn,
sorry.
we gonna take a shot. God,
you ain't gotta take a shot.
Come on, man. Come on.
No,
come on.
you got a little deep
toast.
about what you been. You don't gotta take a shot.
You gotta toast this time.
Salud.
What we toasting to?
Jenise. Damn. I done cried on the pod.
Nah, it's all good.
Crazy.
So look, I want to go into another space, right? One thing I like,
Right.
I feel like, because I've been saying this all the time. We talk about like these relationships.
this?
The liquor?
This your liquor?
Nah, that's the cancer. That's the bottle I got.
I'm about to say, oh shit.
Nah.
It has your name on it. That's fire.
Nah.
So what you got that custom made?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. My ex got it for me.
Where you get it from?
My ex got it for me. I don't know.
Oh wow, I need mine to say that. I don't drink that much, but I'm just saying, like, when I do take a drink, that would feel so boss. Like,
Nah, facts. Yeah, I feel like we're in this world of like, we talking about superficial people, right? Like everybody's superficial. All these women, like, they want somebody with the bag, get them the bag, money, all this and all that.
I understand.
And it's like, damn, bro.
That's not superficial. That's materialistic.
Materialistic.
But yeah, superficial too. A lot of girls want a nigga that looks whatever.
Yeah, all of the things as my ladies would say.
Do you understand it?
I understand.
As a man, from a man's standpoint?
I understand it. I understand it. Yeah, because our mind naturally want what we don't have.
That's not my stealing though. I feel like after I stopped prostituting, I don't really look at men for their money.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own bread. Like I said, I'm always looking at my table, my plate. And I don't want to minimize what a man could bring to the table by like, how much money you got? No, because I could easily put you in a position to make some more money. It's just, if you're ambitious enough. As far as superficial goes, like, you could have the finest nigga and he just be a piece of shit. So I don't look at things like that either. Like, you could be the finest nigga and be dirty. You could be the finest nigga and be dumb. So it's like, okay, that's off the table too. I just want people to just be themselves. And it's hard to find people like that. There's always somebody that, every time I meet people, they be fans. So it's like, damn, I can't even talk to you because you just going to cheerlead. Like, that shit is weak.
A fan is like somebody has a fan of you. Because some niggas be haters. Like, sometimes you'll have a boyfriend or a woman and they hating you. They hating your success.
I know what I went through with masturbation. So if you a fan when it comes to the sex work stuff, I could never date you.
What you mean you know what you've been through with them?
Remember I told you like that level of addiction is crazy. Like,
so that became a real addiction.
Yes. For years. Yes. For a decade. For like over a decade.
So you probably don't even do that. You probably don't even touch down there now.
I don't like insert anything. Like I may like masturbate because I don't really have sex. I don't have sex. I'm not having sex. I got some neck the other day, but no penetration because it's just like I don't want to swab that energy with somebody that I don't want to be with. I'm not promiscuous. I don't want to do it. I haven't done a dick sucking video since October. I'm looking for somebody to do it with, but if I don't find somebody, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not really forcing it. Like, I just don't want to break. I don't want that energy in me. And I feel like when somebody's semen, like their energy is being released, that's coming into you. Like, whether you're drinking it, it's getting on you, or you're having sex, that energy is being transferred, and I just don't want it. Like, you never know what demons somebody else is dealing with, or how if they even dealing with their demons. They may just be smoking weed to like level it off. They don't even really give a fuck about healing. So I just learned, nah, I'm cool. Like,
so you think you could date like a regular guy?
I only like regular guys.
What's regular though?
I just said that to you. Regular.
What's regular?
Regular is just like, I don't want no famous guy. Like,
but a dude with I feel like some things come with other things, right? So a dude with ambition is going to come with some notoriety down the line because he has ambition.
He may not know. A lot of black men don't even know who they could be.
But how do you recognize the ambition then?
But I also got to the age where I don't want a project. Like, I learned that, like, I don't want a project. I don't want somebody that I have to build up. That's why I said somebody that's already ambitious. Like, you already know what you want. You may not have the tools, but you got the mentality. You got the, you're ambitious. Like, I know what I want. You're a little bit disciplined as far as I'm not out here having sex with everybody. I'm not out here like, trying to be in, you know what I mean? Everybody's face and just do that. I don't know. What was your question again? How do I know what?
Yeah, so like you said you could date a regular guy, right?
Yes.
But in my mind, a dude with ambition ain't a regular guy. So I'm like,
But he can be perceived as a regular guy. He may not have the look that every girl goes for. He may not have the pocket that everybody goes for. He just is not, the circumstances are just, you can be, you know what I'm saying? The circumstances might be fucked up. He may want to work. He may work a 12-hour shift, but he may not understand you could work 12 hours on your own company He may not have that opportunity. He may not know how to start an LLC. He may not have the money to get those tools for the LLC. Like if he wanted to be a mechanic, he may not have the money to get that tool set. But I do. So I was just saying, like, you know, just that ambition. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a pet groomer, but I don't have the truck. I don't have the tools. I don't have the LLC, but I'm still going to work at this job.
What about a guy that's already like got something
Established?
going for it?
I love that.
Okay, because you said a regular guy. I'm trying to figure out.
That's still a regular guy. I like a regular guy. Like as far as like, I don't want a rapper or, you know what I mean, like an actor or something like that. Like just somebody that can be regular. Because the people that I meet, they be fans, and it's like that's all you want to talk about. And not to be funny, like I know this is the field that I work in, but I work in a very low vibrational field. To where like this is where you at. That's all you want to talk about. Cool. And they may make it seem like you know, oh, I may know more than this, but I know if I got you under wraps in that, like you masturbate to me, it's I'm sorry, but it's really low vibration. Like there's no way you're gonna. I don't know how to explain it. The energy that I don't know how to explain it.
Could it ever be a space or a world where, because let's say because I'm thinking if you wasn't in that, so many women would die to have that man like lust over them like that, right? Like so many women would love that, right? Because like I've had stories where I was even told like, yo, like have sex with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm, you know, and I hear girls say that, like girls
You're
say like,
horny from me because you see me sucking another man's dick.
no, but like you know,
but
like,
look, just think of that.
that's crazy.
Mentally,
I mean,
deeply,
that's crazy.
like
That's crazy.
Exactly, but that's
saying,
what it be though.
I'm saying like it could be a world where there's so many regular girls who want that nigga to slut them out. It's so many regular girls that's like, yo, like fuck me like that. I hear that. I hear these stories. So it's like, so because you was in this space, like a man could never look at you like that because you would feel away.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't want a fan that's out there just jacking off to me. You know how
Oh
many?
yeah, I get that. I understand that. Yeah, I understand.
You're jacking off to me because sucking another man's dick. That's what turns you on.
First of all, if we can,
You can't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even like I don't even like that type of. Like,
I'm just saying that's a lot. You just be like, yeah, I love it. As soon as you get in a cool space, it's like, yeah, this one video I seen you. It's like, what? And then the fact that niggas really will like, it's really a mental deep thing. That's why I said the masturbation addiction is crazy because niggas will DM me and like, I just posted a video with me and because when I get in a relationship, I hired a guy to be on camera with me. I don't care who I'm in a relationship with. And I posted a video of me and my baby daddy in the car from like 4 years ago having sex. And the niggas in the comments like, when he nutted, I nutted. That is crazy to me. Like,
that's crazy.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
it's like,
that's
oh,
a
well, thanks.
pause. Like that's crazy.
But that's really how deep it goes. Like for masturbation, that's why I said the addiction is crazy. I can't, that low vibrational thing, and you can't talk to yourself about how that's a little bit off.
But hold up, no, time out. Because we're gonna have a real conversation.
But I'm gonna get that $6.50.
That's a real conversation. I feel like it's pros and cons to masturbation. Because you yourself even said a horny man is a weak man, right?
Most definitely.
So as a man, right, I promote masturbation. I masturbate. I feel like men should masturbate because
Why are you watching porn?
I don't think nothing wrong with porn. I mean,
are you watching porn while you masturbate?
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't really just do it like in the dark room by myself. Like I don't really have them type of.
That's what niggas be doing. I'm saying.
Nah, I mean, shit. Maybe I need.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like me personally, I feel like my mental capacity goes further than just busting a nut.
Not for sure, but
There's
what I'm
more
saying
than
as
that.
men though, right? Like you said, a horny man is a weak man, and I agree with that. And I feel like porn can help you. It can stop you from making bad decisions. Like if you decide to watch porn, beat your dick for that little.
It can,
you know what I'm saying?
but it just depends on how disciplined you are.
See, I'm looking at it like that.
You can bust a nut and then get back to work.
I feel like most men should be able to bust a nut and go back to clear.
No,
That's why
niggas can bust a
post-nut
nut
clarity is real.
and then like 2 hours later need to bust another nut.
Oh,
That
okay.
everybody's not disciplined like that to where it's like, oh, I bust a nut, I'm gonna go about it. And even after that, they can still like be at work and like, damn, I could really bust one off. Like it's every single day. You masturbate every day?
Nah, hell no.
See, there's niggas masturbate every day, maybe 2-3 times a day.
Sheesh.
Y'all niggas look like y'all beat off. It's like I'm just saying.
No,
I'm joking.
a couple of them
but
niggas
I'm just
probably.
saying. But I'm just really saying, like, that's an addiction where it's like that can hold you back from a lot of things if you're just beating off all day, every single day. that can slow down a lot.
Yeah, no,
People
that's a
don't
fact.
understand how beneficial semen retention can be for a man, especially a black man. Like, you may come up with some ideas that you didn't even know you could think of. If you just a little bit of semen retention, you may start looking at these bitches for who they are instead of just a pair of ass and titties. If you did some semen retention,
Yo,
like,
you know, it's funny
I'm just
because
saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I feel like the same on the other end. I feel like, yo, you start busting the nut before the day start, you'll start seeing these hoes for who they are. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, that's for me. I feel like if you bust your nut in the beginning, in the early morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have sex with nobody, you just bust your nut. I feel like you think clear. Post-nut clarity is a
Depends
real
on
thing.
what else you do. If you smoke weed, it's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah.
You bust nut, you smoke some weed, you're at low vibrations all day, bro.
You just fucked up.
Then you're in the sunken place all day. Like, you
fucked
might
up.
say you might have had bust that nut, but then you see a fat ass and titties walk by, you're like, God damn. And it's like you're on go again.
Damn,
It
it's
keeps you in that
crazy.
simulation.
I'll be good. Like, after I'll be like, I'm good now. Like, I don't care what's going on.
Yeah, you might be, you're an ambitious man. Like, you feel like you bust that nut, you can get that out the way. That's off your mind. I can go do this and this now.
It get
like,
lit. Like, we working for real. Like,
nah, everybody's not like that. And that's
Damn.
why OnlyFans is so popular. Because, and that's why women make so much money off OnlyFans, because like niggas is really in that space where it's like, after I get off work, I'm really thinking about going on this girl OnlyFans so I can bust it up real quick. Like, they're really all day about that. The DMs that I get, I don't even answer DMs anymore, because I just know, like, no funny shit. It's a low vibrational field. It just is. And I'm like, yeah, I'm making money in it, but I'm not really disconnected from it.
And that's
all.
another thing I didn't understand. I don't understand how, like, because I feel like it's an aspect of porn where it kind of create this false expectation of sex. And I never had that. Like, I feel like I'm just way smarter than that. I know that some of this shit is fake. Some of this,
When
like,
you was younger, you didn't feel that way, though. Did you feel that way when you was younger?
I never really thought about it. I just never, like, I never thought about, like, damn, porn. Well, first of all, I don't like,
What kind of
sex.
porn does Jay like? Say that.
I talked about it before. Niggas, I like solo. Like, that's it. I don't even like,
Oh, okay.
I don't like
well,
watching
then that's
a man
totally
fuck a-
different. You're watching solo porn.
yeah, I don't like
that
watching
brings a totally different feel than when somebody's walks in with fucking nuts and a dick. Like,
Yeah, I don't
it
even
does.
like
I'm
that.
just
Yeah, I don't
saying.
even- I don't
like,
like that.
I feel like it probably does, like, different. I like solo porn too, but I feel like it's different for you watching solo porn, a woman by herself, than watching a woman with another man and wishing you was that man and
nah.
wishing you had his dick. You was his, like,
That's
that shit,
crazy.
it really gets mentally, it gets deep.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And a lot of men don't even talk to themselves about it. They just go with it, like, fuck it. Then niggas just be down low out of nowhere. I'm just saying.
Yo, no cap, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I just listen. I
You
just
really
started-
think about it like that. You
Yo,
got to think
I-
deeply.
I
Then on
just-
top of that, the soy in the food, changing, you know,
I was just about to.
the genetic structure, fucking with the genetic structure. People not wondering that. They only selling the woman marijuana plants. I mean, it's full of estrogen. I'm just saying, y'all not paying attention to what's going on. But the level that, sorry, let me see. It might be my kid. It's a no caller ID. Let's see.
Let's see.
Hello? 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 Why you not saying nothing?
What are you doing?
You guys, this is my stalker, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Why you keep calling me? Hello? All right, bye. This guy calls me, and he has called me like 45 times in one day before, and just says that, like, what are you doing? That's it. And then he'll just like try to have a conversation with me, and I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you. He'd be like, why? And I'm like, bro, who are you?
Ask him to cash out.
You got multiple numbers. No. Oh, hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
What are you doing?
I'm working.
Doing what?
Why do you keep calling me?
I like hearing your voice.
You guys, I can't feed into it.
How did you get your number?
On OnlyFans.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You gotta put your phone on vibrate then. You just tell him Cash App a random person, a friend of yours. Call one of your friends and ask him for that Cash App.
I don't want to feed into it at all because you don't understand how many times that man will call me. Like,
nah, I understand.
Over and over. It's like, oh, bro, are you okay? And it's been happening for maybe like 4 months, 4 or 5 months.
Yo, so we're talking about dating,
scary.
right?
Mm.
Come on now. Like some things you will have to understand is if it's annoying to your man. Like if you got a man, right, and you got stalkers calling you shit, that you will understand if he get annoyed by that. No?
I would feel like you need to understand that I'm that bitch. And niggas is definitely like that about me. And that's just what it is. If I had a man and he was a star athlete, like an NFL player, and bitches was stalking him, I'm not going to be mad at him. I'm like, you're literally that nigga. Of course bitches going to stalk you. Like, that's how you got it. That's the type of confidence that I need my nigga to have. Like, why are your niggas go? I don't what? Like whining? Come on, nigga. Like, you think I want to talk to this nigga?
Like, you said it's too many vegans out here, man. Niggas eat too much soy.
I just saying, like, no, that's a real thing. A lot of people don't believe
all that.
that.
Estrogen, they got all that estrogen built
They be
up
like,
from that
man,
soy.
she just talking shit. I'm like, but you don't know. They changing the DNA.
Nah, facts. So we was just talking. You ain't gotta
They
tell me.
changing the DNA.
We just had a conversation about niggas being gay, but I mean, whatever. We just had a conversation about that. And like,
They
you know what's funny?
changing
So I
it.
just started dating, right?
Okay.
Shout out to me. You know what I'm saying? It's been almost a year.
What's her name? You say you just dating?
No, I'm just started dating. Like I was in a relationship.
Oh, you just stopped dating.
I just started dating.
Wait, I'm so
I was
confused.
in a long-term relationship.
So
I'm saying-
dating, like you're going on dates.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what I've been hearing lately?
This is a grown era that I have never reached.
Well, you
Cause
know,
I don't be liking to go on dates with niggas because I'm trying to fuck. Say that. I feel like if I come out of my house,
You
like
tryna
I
suck
have
some dick?
kids. I just
You
feel
wanna
like
fuck?
I feel like I have to really like somebody to come out of my house, like get dressed, get like somebody to watch my kids. I have to really like somebody.
so you've
and
never been on a date?
I be on dates with niggas that I like. But I don't go on like random dates to get to know people because
So how you get to know them? Pull up, come to the crib?
no.
So how
I
you get-
just meet people out. I'm like an old school dater. Like, you know how you meet people and then it's like, oh, cool. And then you keep meeting them.
No, I thought old school. You meet somebody, you set up a date.
No,
and you,
like-
you
like,
come, you
not-
go get them, bring them flowers. That's a
No,
date.
that's not true. Like old school, like
That's
just
old
say,
school.
Just say you worked at McDonald's and you're the guy that you like feeling he work at McDonald's too. So every time you go to work, you see that nigga, but y'all don't really like, you know
That's
what I'm
before
saying?
you get his number. Yeah, you go. You make sure you go the same time around the same
So
shift.
these days, it's like, let me DM you and take you out to dinner. Nigga, I gotta like you back. I don't even know you. I don't know you. Now I'm on this date with this weird ass nigga. I didn't know he was weird, but he looked cute in the profile picture. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, you could do some phone calls. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that's
Get
a
to know
waste
some-
of time. Then I'm getting on a date and they're like, I love you. I'm a big fan. Oh, hell
See, that's
no.
why, yo, bro, you like you got, what is it when you scared? Like, you scarred. Like, you feel, that's why.
I'm not scarred. It's just a little wisdom. Like, I can't be going out here green. I can't just be like, oh,
But that's
yeah,
how you get
this
to
is
know
the
somebody on
thing.
the phone for a couple times.
Man, people be lying. People are very weird. People are very, very like the front. People are so insecure. They'll put on a front for a long period of time. How long you gonna keep up that front? Like I don't know. I don't want to be on a date with somebody that's about to tell me all the great things about them. Nigga, are you depressed?
So how you get to know people? Like, this shit sounds sad.
Don't be
like,
talking shit. No, it's not sad.
No, I'm
it's
just saying, like, it
real
sounds
shit.
depressing. Like, nigga, how do you get to know people? Like, how you gonna get your next man? Like, what the hell?
I do get to know people, but I'm definitely like on alert. I'm aware and alert. And I just know that a lot of people that do see me, they see me superficially, and that's just what it is.
Okay.
And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to be green and be like, he like me for me. Nah, you see me superficially. You might see that I got a fat ass. You might feel like I'm pretty, or, you know what I'm saying? And now a lot of men, like, once they see a bitch like that, it's like they're imagining how it feels to fuck me. It's just weird. Like, I'm never going to pretend like that's not what it is.
But wait, time out,
I'm not
though.
going to hurt myself
Since-
pretending like
But since we're here,
that ain't what niggas is
time
doing.
out, though. Let's be real, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, imagining having sex with a girl you're
But
interested
it should
in.
never like leak into another girl. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
should never be that reason. Like, if I'm in the grocery store and a nigga come up and say, God damn, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigga,
for
you
sure.
cool? Like,
No, for
what?
sure, I understand that.
I was just at the gas station and nigga was like, oh, God damn. Like, you about to nut? You cool? That's what I'm saying. I can't, like, that type of like distraction, like you distracted by women's bodies like that, the next bitch can look good and she can have you too. Like,
Yeah, facts.
I just feel like there's a level of discipline that I like that a lot of men don't carry.
Well, talking about what I was saying was because we was talking about estrogen and niggas being weird and stuff like that. I just started dating again, right?
Okay.
And one thing that I've been hearing, like I've heard multiple times, and it's crazy to me, is I'm just glad you're not gay. Like what? Like the bar is in hell? Like that? Like I'm just glad you're not gay? Like that's the compliment? That's crazy.
But you're dating here in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
I mean, you're in Atlanta.
I'm just glad. Like that's an insult almost. Like what, nigga?
You're insulted?
Nigga, what? Like
you're
that's
from Baltimore though.
like nigga, what?
So it's not really a lot of that going on. It may be, but we never know. But, you know, I mean, we're in Atlanta where that is a place.
Well, whatever. Yo, so yeah.
Nah, we're not skipping past that.
Nah,
White niggas is DL out here, okay? I just said I went to the strip club at Strokers and it was trans women in there too, stripping. And they wasn't stripping, but they was just walking around. And I just was like, God damn, like the culture here is so different. Whereas in Baltimore, we're not at the, like that ain't happening. You know,
Like,
the niggas is not having that. The bitch, nobody's having that. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you're not about to get me killed. You're not about to get.
Yeah, I mean, and
But
you
it's
know,
different here.
Yeah, and you know it's funny though. Like I had to learn to like be okay with gay
I love
men
trans
though.
women, by the way.
I was like, to be honest, I had to learn that. Like that was something recent. Like last 5 years, I had to learn to be okay with like gay men. Like understanding that like it ain't no issue. But again, coming up where I'm coming from, nigga, my moms didn't even play that. Like if you come in this month, like my moms ain't play that shit. So like, yeah,
But that's a really mature thing for you to do. I mean, it has nothing to do with you that somebody else is gay.
that has nothing to do with me.
Like,
But again, it's just we come up in these messed up environments.
I understand.
You know
My
what I'm saying?
dad was like, my dad didn't want us to hang. He didn't want no gay niggas in his house. But then one time on his computer, I seen him like watching a trans girl.
No way.
I swear to God, on my kids. So it's like people that have that like really large aggression towards gay people, I automatically think they're DL. Because it's not that serious.
I can see that. Yeah.
If that's what they got going on, what does that have to do with you? Even if they're around you, you scared that somebody else is going to think that but you're not gay, right?
But again, at
Who
what age though?
cares?
Because we was again coming up. That's what we was taught though. Not excusing it because I know better now. But I'm saying I remember being a teenager. Like I wasn't. You can't even stand next to me type shit. Like I didn't understand because that's what everything around me was anti-gay. Right? Everything around me was like, you bet not. You feel me? Now that I'm an adult, I know that, bro. Like that shit don't have nothing to do with me. Like, and if I could be a gay nigga friend. I don't give a damn. You get what I'm trying to say? But I didn't understand that at one point. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, I feel like I hear that narrative of like, if a nigga is so aggressive or against gay men, then he's gay. And it's like part of it I understand, but there's another part of it's like, or that nigga might ain't even grew up yet. That's it.
That's all you got to do is be like, all right, this nigga is really immature. Or
Yeah.
he's DL.
Facts. Okay.
That's
We can go
literally
either
what I
one.
be
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know, you may
cool.
not say that, but it's like, all right, I can definitely clock what's going on and moving right along because it's not that serious.
It's not.
Whatever you have going on, that's your business. Like, why not stand by you for what? Like, what you scared he gonna fuck you? He not worried about you.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about, I got mad shit to talk to you about, but you went away from porn, right? You said you want to do comedy.
I want to do comedy, but the money in adult entertainment is really good. So
that
it's
means
like,
you still doing it.
I haven't sucked dick this in like 6 months. Maybe like since October.
But you
I don't
still
know how
posting
many months
content that
is.
you might have.
I don't have content, like new content.
But you posting old content. You still getting your money from porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So eventually you said you want to stop this to do comedy, even if the money isn't as good as you said.
Right. And I said that I was going to quit last year. I said I was going to quit, but I didn't have my ducks in a row. So I was just ready to say, fuck it. I don't want to do it anymore. That's the space that I was in. But it's like, don't let it go and not have nothing else to fall back on because you're going to look stupid. Just keep going back to it, which is what a lot of women do that are sex workers, strippers, prostitutes, porn stars. They may be like, I want to quit. But then it's like you're continuously spending this money. You're not setting up any more avenues for yourself. You're not in school. You're not. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I'm just like, you need to set things up. You need to have things in motion. You can't just say you're going to quit when you just need to, So now I'm setting up things in a way where I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it with you. I don't want to talk about it because last year I said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I didn't do none of that shit.
We got to talk about it.
So this year, I already got I got my website finished. It cost me $5,000.
Congratulations.
To get my website. Yay.
Come on. Come on. It's my turn now.
I got my website finished, you guys. And my website, it has my, my website has my merch on it. It has my, like people that want to book me for hostings and all the stuff like that. And then it also has, I'm going to go on tour. So I'm doing 2 tours this year. I'm doing 3 tours this year. One of the tours I'm doing is fellatio classes for the girls that are not hoes. I mean, and it is for the hoes too if they want to come through because a lot of people want to meet me. So that's cool. I'm doing that. I bought thousands of dildos so that I can bring dildos to the class. And, you know, everybody has their own dildo and it's an interactive fellatio class, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. Somebody just asked me about it yesterday, so I know people see it, but I haven't put out the dates yet. Number 2, I'm doing a meet and greet, of course, for the guys. You know, just meeting everybody, you know what I mean? Just doing that, taking pictures and selling merch and stuff like that. I have endless merch that I just bought so I can put on my website. I bought posters because people ask for posters. I'm going on comedy tour in the summer. And the reason why it's in the summer is because I don't have a 40-minute set. And I feel like I need to have a long set of jokes so that people can be entertained when they do come out to see me. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm just waiting. I'm so excited to feel like, I always feel like I'm in my prime, but shit just keeps getting better. I always feel like I'm winning at this game of chess. Then I feel like, oh no, bitch, what about this? And so I love that. I always feel like I'm growing, which is great. This year, I'm really excited. Everything that I'm going to say I'm going to do, I'm doing that this year.
And we ain't got to take an actual shot for this. You know
I'm going to take
I made sure I poured more for me than you.
I
got, you know what I'm saying? I made sure I poured more for me. Salud. I was asking that because, like, yo, it seemed like a lot of your comedy is off of real experiences.
For sure.
So, like, what happens when them experiences run out? Like, because
what do you mean?
Like a lot of the things you talk about, it'd be like some shit you done did. I think it was a joke. I don't remember exactly, but it was a joke about one of your sexual encounters. And I'm like, all right, so what happened?
That's what it is right now because I'm just starting off. So I don't really have the essence of comedy down. Like, a lot of comedians were DMing me and they were like, you need to write stuff down. You need to write your comedy down. You need to have this, this, and this. And I'm like, I'll just do improv. Like, I can do this. I got this. So it's like, okay, when I get on stage, it's like, you're going to run out of things to talk about. You're going to forget things that you want to talk about. And so now I'm getting to the point where I'm writing jokes. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, you need to write down some shit because I'm naturally funny. So it's like, I'm going to write this down and, you know, an entire joke out, word for word, bar for bar, and then I'm going to say that. I just presented one of my jokes about meeting crackheads on stage, and they laughed about it. And I just was so excited just because that's my first time actually writing a joke out, not improv, and actually presenting it, and they laughed about it. And I just like, damn, like, I can really do this.
Nah, good shit. I'm happy for you, man.
So it's just a stepping stone. It's a learning process, and I'm excited.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Porn brought you a lot of money, a lot of success.
Too much money.
You got tired eventually. They say love is fleeting. What happens?
Love is fleeting?
That's what they say. No? You never heard that?
I'm saying, who say that?
I mean, it's a saying. Love is
I'm
fleeting.
31.
I mean, I'm 33.
I'm young.
I'm young too.
So I don't feel like it's fleeting.
I hope
He's
not.
still calling.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Eventually, the love will go to someone else because love is fleeting. But anyway.
What does that mean?
Like, love is fleeting. Like, it comes and goes. Like, it's like, am I explaining it right? Like, it comes and it goes.
Love's
right?
is going to go to somebody else?
No, it's fleeting. I'm saying his love will go to someone else.
Who's he?
The stalker.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's going to stay with you?
I'm telling you, this OnlyFans shit is different.
Okay, cool. So, anyway, what I'm saying is, you made money. You were really successful in an area of your life. You eventually got tired. Now you're starting to love comedy. Do you ever think that it's going to be a time where you get tired of that and then you just...
And I just feel like as human beings, we don't have to stay in one thing for the rest of our life. You have different segments of your life where you can do anything that you want. Anything you have free will. You could do anything you want. It's society or just like growing up and going to school, graduating, going to college that puts you in that box where like, this is what you're going to do and you're going to do this for the rest of your life. Fuck no, you can do endless shit. Look at Shaq.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Snoop
This
Dogg.
nigga just doing all types of shit. Like,
look at Snoop Dogg, for sure. Yeah, facts.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Society has trained us to think that we're going to have a short life or just to be appreciative of the little life that we have. I've never experienced death at a high rate as like other people. Like my baby daddy, he's from over East Baltimore, so he's experienced a lot of people dying. I haven't. So I just feel like, me personally, I feel like I'm going to live for a long time. And I feel like most of society lives for a long ass time. Like, it's a small percentage of people that die. It's, you know, rather than people that live about 70 years. I got 4 quarters. And if you think about 4 quarters, 25 years, I'm in my 2nd quarter. I got a lot of life to live. God damn it, I'm young. So it's like, right now, I can go to school. I can be a veterinarian in about 6 years, do veterinarian for about 5 years, you know, be a veterinarian for 5 years. And then I can go to school and do something else. I can be a comedian for the next 5 years, make a bunch of money off that, do something else. Literally, like, I don't have to be stuck in the same thing. And I want to keep on evolving and doing different things with my brain because I don't want to get dementia. A lot of people that get dementia, they just be doing the same shit their whole life. They don't really switch it up. Like, let me learn something else. Shit, maybe one day I'm gonna be like, let me learn to write with my left hand. Let me take a year off and just try to learn just to keep my brain going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me just read this, just dumb shit.
Nah, facts. You say like you young. You got a lot of life to live.
I feel like I'm young.
Do you feel like you're in your prime right now?
No. I thought I was in my prime. It be the money that make me feel like I'm in my prime. It be the experience.
You made a lot of money though.
Yes, I make a lot of money, but
Off of fucking.
No, I don't be fucking.
I mean, sucking dick.
No, that's not the same. I mean, I be sucking dick for the same people.
But it makes you a lot of money, nonetheless.
It made me a lot of money. But wait, what was the original question? God damn. You fucked me up.
I was talking about you being in your prime, and I'm like,
oh, in my prime. I always feel like I'm in my prime when I meet people. One person that I really wanted to meet was Miss B Nasty. I don't know if you know who that is. Oh my gosh, when I met her.
That's my favorite category. Come on now. She's like the
she's
queen
solo,
of
exactly.
Solo.
When I met Miss B Nasty, I'm like, dog, this is my prime. Like, I really just met this bitch. And then it was just like, that happened. And I was like, that's my prime. Because I went to that dinner I went to a Brazzers Black Excellence dinner. It was great. And I met her and I was like, dog, I finally met her. Like, I'm really a big fan of her brand and everything she has going on. But now I feel like I can call her my friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that has passed. She's still a great woman, but that has passed. Dog, I was just on the 85 South Show podcast and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is definitely my prime, right?
Yeah,
This is my prime. Like, I just met fucking DC and Carl. Like, this is crazy.
Yes.
But the time has passed.
Yeah.
I did my first stand-up comedy show. I'm really up here. Like, I'm up here talking to people. I'm like, gosh, it's a sold-out show. It's Mona's sold-out show, but I'm really up here. This is my prime, right? Shit just keeps getting better and better.
I mean, now you're
So I
in
feel
J.O. podcast. It's your prime.
So I feel like there is no prime.
This is your prime right now.
I don't feel like it is no. Listen, this is the first podcast I've been on with somebody from Baltimore. I love Baltimore.
This your prime.
You don't know how much love I got from Baltimore.
Yeah, gang, you know.
Y'all don't know. Y'all know I love Baltimore. I mean, I lived there 4 years. Don't go there. The dick is amazing. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I sat down for a long time for that dick. But nah.
So you ain't never going to deal with nobody from Baltimore?
Man, hell nah. You like, I meet some people that are.
That shit gonna have you in the motherfucker.
Man, you lived in Baltimore. But this nigga's one of a kind when it comes to
Yo, you was crazy.
Stop, don't lie. Like,
I mean,
nigga, you from Baltimore. Okay? To be one of a kind. Y'all got out. Who be getting out? I told my baby father, I said, yeah, you know you can just pick up and move whenever you want. This nigga said everybody don't got it like
that nigga
you.
from over east though.
Excuse me?
Over east is cruddy. Them niggas don't play down there.
But you can just get up and go. You have free will. You don't have to live here. You're like, why would I run? I'm not running from nothing. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, over East is different. Down there is
Please
crazy.
get out of here.
Listen,
Please leave.
Yo, down there
Like,
is crazy. And they getting a lot of money down there too. I'm just saying. You
it's
never know what's going
it's just
on.
like the crabs in a bucket thing really scares me about Baltimore. It's its own place of people, and it's like, y'all not gonna help each other win. Like, y'all not gonna help each other get out this bucket. No, it's just like, oh, you winning. Let me take something up off you. That's a scary thing.
It is crabs in the barrel, right? But hold up. You know why?
No,
I love
it ain't changing.
You know why I embrace it though?
Why? Because you're from there.
Not even that. I think I'd rather that than superficial. And like, think about it, like we in Atlanta. Everybody, like a nigga won't fuck with you, but he'll snake his way around you just to act like he fuck with you to get something from you. In Baltimore, from my experience, if a nigga don't fuck with you in Baltimore, you know it. Here, not much so. So I'd rather be.
These are niggas that are on the scene.
Yeah.
I haven't met those type of guys yet. So I live on the outskirts. I be inviting men to my house to hang out my curtains, things like that. I meet black people that are actually owning businesses and doing things like that. So I'm like, this is new for me. These are the type of black people that I'm meeting.
Okay.
You always going to know it's going to be superficial on the scene. It's the scene.
Yeah.
It's not the same scene as being on Baltimore Street and it's lit. Everybody just fuck with each other just because.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So you know it's going to be different black people everywhere. We're in like Black Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to let you, it's kind of a crabs in a bucket thing there too.
Hold up. You not on the scene, but let's not act like you lit though, right?
In the house.
But no.
It's safe
you
there.
pop out sometimes.
I do.
When you meet people, do you feel like you being lit bring like attracts superficial people almost?
I don't take it home with me.
Whew. That's
Remember
good.
I told you, like, it's just.
That was good.
I don't take it home with me. I live outside of Atlanta. I have my kids. And that's why I don't live in the city. I don't want to live in the city. I don't want to live in the party. I want to go home. It's quiet over here in my neighborhood. Don't nobody know who I am. I think my neighbor knows who I am. But nobody really knows who I am. Nobody comes knock on my door. Nobody gives a fuck about me. I'm here. I'm just a mom. And that's it. And that's what I want to be. I don't really care for, remember I told you, like, it just gets old. I wanted that attention, but now I don't really crave it. There's a time that I used to go out every night. There's a time I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get this outfit. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going out. Niggas going to see me. I really don't give a fuck.
Oh, you about to get, like, knocked up soon. Like, not pregnant, but, like, I can see you get locking down with a man, a boyfriend.
I feel like I'm really focused on what I have going on. I do be wanting some dick. But, dog, I swear to God, I just flew a nigga out.
You flying niggas out? You paying $2,500 and you flying niggas out. What's going on?
I flew a nigga out. He sent me a dick video. I was like, I need some dick. He sent me a dick video. I flew him out, first class, and I got an Airbnb, right? Cool. Like, cool. So we're like in the Airbnb. He's giving me neck or whatever. We're for a long ass time. I didn't nut. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's go to the bed because it's uncomfortable on the couch. We get to the bed and I figure out that he like dick fished me. Like he sent me somebody else's black ass dick and his dick is like this. This the type of shit that I go through. Because niggas is in the bathroom beating off to me from daylight to sunset. And I'm like, why me? Like, why would a nigga want to do me like this? Like, this is the type of bitch that I get. This what I give. Being thirsty. I'm not lonely, but I be horny.
Looking up another nigga penis is crazy work, bro.
First of all, thinking that I'm not going to turn around and see what that dick look like before you stick it in me is crazier. I'm definitely trying to see if there's bumps, scrapes. Like, I'm not playing that shit. Oh my God, that hurt me so bad. I was just like, dog, this is why I don't answer my
ask for
D.
a refund. Like, I need my money back.
Because karma gonna get him. He knew he did.
That's disgusting.
I hope he slept well in that Airbnb. It was beautiful too. And I hope that flight back in first class was great too. But that's just me being open. I look at that as you looking at it as what type of loss? Me personally, I'm looking at it like, Jenise, you should have never been that thirsty. And that's how I'm going to carry it.
That's crazy. That's insane. So, like, yo, do you feel like, so you're not about to you ain't about to settle down no time soon.
I do feel like I'm ready to. Why do people say that?
No, because I feel like you about to like clink. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't want to
focus.
settle down with somebody that's going to stop me from doing, like, just going to weigh me down. Like I said, when you're having sex with somebody, you're mixing spirits. You're mixing your soul. And when you mix your soul and spirit with somebody that's the wrong person and they're just depressed and like that shit is going to bring you down. That shit's going to bring your energy down. If I meet the right person, I'm so open I can meet the right person.
So I know,
but I just know I'm going to really like. You're not the right guy. Like you're just not. You're not.
I know we've been having fun. We've been drinking, right? But I'm curious to like, all right, when you get there, in today's society, it's like men and women are going at it at an all-time high. But like, I guess when it comes to you, like it seems like you super down to earth. What does love look like for you in this space and time in your life?
What do you mean? Like elaborate. What do you mean? What does it look like for me?
What does love look like? Like, what does a man loving you? Because even you talk about being soft, right? I feel like me and my producer was talking about this. Like, soft can be a luxury because where we from, we can't afford to be soft. Like you know what I'm saying? So
I can't afford to be soft either. We just talked about that.
Right. So, but you want to be soft. So like when I think about love, I think about softness. I think about like just taking a step back. And I'm wondering like, what does love, whatever it is, like what does that look like for you in that moment in this space that you're in right now?
One thing I think about when I think about black women and women, black men and women, I think about gender roles. And I go back to that. I want to be in a position where I feel so good that's like, I just want to cook. I just want to clean. I just want to raise the kids. I just want to, when you come back, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Let me give you a hug. Let me suck your dick. And like, let me run your family. Like, that's where I want to be, in that space where I don't really have to do too much. Yes, I am a provider by force and by choice. But it's just like, damn, like, lighten the load a little bit. I'm cool. Like, I can lighten that person's load a little bit. But I just want to be able to be in just that soft girl era. I don't want to be loud. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be toxic. I don't want to do that. I feel like, damn, I'm 30. This is what I'm doing at the 30 years of my life. No, I'm cool. Okay. So for love, it just feels like, for me, I feel like trust, just all the characteristics. Like, you know how you're in school and they got you those 5 characteristics that you need to be following in order to be a good student. Trustworthy, responsibility, respect, honesty, and I don't even know the other one. I'm a little tipsy right now. But you know what I'm saying? Just that. I like people's personality. Someone that's just being themselves. Someone that's not like, I got to be the life of the party. Because I'm the life of the party. I'm loud. I'm always like, hello, everybody. I just want a laid back guy, ready to make some money, assets. I want to live on a compound. I want to live off grid. I want to have my own land. I want to be able to produce my own water. I want to be able to, produce my own food. Those are the things that I want. And I feel like somebody that's going to come to me that's like, that's what I want to do. That sounds like a good idea, to buy some land, buy 200 acres. Cool. Like, that seems like a smart thing to do. Oh, cool. It's smart for us to buy a bunch of animals that we're not going to eat, but just so they can live in harmony, to create energy on the land so that we can live
happy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just that. Like, I want crickets. I want bees. I want all types of shit. I want to be able to go to the well down there with my little, wifey dress on, and I'm about to go get some water from the well. That's what I want to do. That's it. That's what love looks like for me. Maybe it's a fairy tale. Maybe it's not.
You'll get it. 2 more questions before I let you go, right? If you had to rank these 3 things in order to most important to least important, what has to come first and what's last? Love, respect, loyalty. What has to come first, second, then last?
Respect.
First, a must. Why?
Because you have to respect all those other things can come. If you respect somebody, you can love them. And of course, loyalty is going to come with somebody that you respect. Even if it's not in a relationship aspect, if you're in a cartel, if you respect the nigga that's above you, loyalty gonna come. Like, I'm gonna be loyal to him because I respect him. You think about the Mexican cartel or the Italian cartel, the Italian mob. It's like, I respect this person that's above me. I'm gonna automatically give them loyalty. I love them because they, you know what I mean? So I feel like respect.
So respect is first. What's second? Loyalty or love?
Damn, I didn't know it was going to order.
Yeah,
Loyalty.
loyalty. So love is the least of. What you
I
need.
just feel like you can love somebody and not respect them.
Hmm.
And you can love somebody and not be loyal to them. So I wouldn't put love at the top. I wouldn't put love second, because you can love somebody and still not be loyal to them. Like it wouldn't come you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't come second. But if you if you respect somebody and you loyal to them, you got to love them. Like there's no way that you can't love them.
Okay. All right. So last
What
question.
do you think? You
Me?
answer.
I'm gonna say love is first for sure, because I'm just
Maybe you have a different mindset.
no, I'm just like I'm a man of God. So I feel like to understand what love is and for me not to put love first is irresponsible. That's just my like personal opinion. I'm steady trying to like grow as a man. I'm steady trying to grow as a man of God. So I have to put that, even if I don't want to, right? Because I understand respect and loyalty, but love, because I know love is God, right? And I want to get closest to that God love as possible with my moms, with my daughter, with the woman that I end up being with again and marrying. So love has to be first. Second is respect, because I am a man also. So I feel like if you can respect me, then that's a way of showing me love, right? And then loyalty is last, only because I feel like if you love me, then you will be loyal. But this is my first time ever answering that question. Like nobody ever asked me.
That's not fair. You said love. If you love me, you will be loyal.
Yeah.
You feel like that's true?
I feel like if you truly love me, right? If we talk about 1 Corinthians 13, right, in the Bible, if you truly love me, you will be loyal to me. If you truly love me, you will respect me. If you truly love me, then if you love me, when we talk about this God love, I think it's like agape love. We talk about that. I'm not talking about the love that we think is love. No, the real love. Then everything else will follow. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But again, this is my first time ever explaining it. Nobody never asked me that, and I'm a little lit, so I don't know.
No,
but-
I'm just saying. I just be wanting to see people's perspective.
So my last question, right? The purpose of my show is to really motivate my audience through impactful stories through the eyes of the guest, right? So I want to ask you a question, but I want you to give me your perspective because of you and not because of the audience, right? So if you look back and you look at that girl that was 12 years old, that was going through like so many things, you wish your parents was there, right? And you could take your time. And you look at who you are now, what would you tell that girl then?
At 12 years old?
Or wherever that 12 to 19, 22 span where it was really hard and like you really wish your parents was there. You really wish that they was there to support you and all of the things. What would you tell that girl?
Damn, I don't know. Call the cops. I don't know. Remember I told you that before. You was asking me that, like, what would I say to I don't know. I don't know. I've healed from that in a way where it's just like, it's not really a healed. It's just like, accept what happened. I haven't all the way healed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know.
Do you want to get to that place where it's healing?
For sure. It's a process. It's a continuous process, but it's just like, usually when you're healing in situations like that, you have your parents to be like, you know what I'm saying? But I have to heal without them, without their recognition, without their approval, without the apologies. So.
Have you ever went to your mother and told her that?
Of course. That's why I don't talk to her. And she said that she wouldn't apologize. She said, I'm not going to keep apologizing to my kids because I apologize to Allah. And I was just like, okay.
Have you tried therapy?
I could talk to myself.
Nah. I'm not getting
therapy
sponsored
when
by
I
no
was
therapist
younger.
or nothing.
I've had therapy when I was younger growing
That's
up. Maybe
different.
it's different because I was rebellious growing up. So the therapy that I was getting and the psychological help I was getting. But I just feel like, damn, if I tell you how I feel and you write it down and you going to tell somebody else, like if I feel like I'm going to smack the shit out of somebody, that's how I feel. Like I'm not going to act on it. But it's like, I don't want you to tell somebody else.
That's still coming from a place of hurt and being scared. And that's okay. But again, I'm not sponsored by no therapist, no nothing, right? I've done therapy a few times. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you from my experience, it helped me. Again, it was questions that was asked. It was other stories because you can do, I did 2 type of therapies. I did my one-on-one session, and then on Fridays, I did my group sessions. So like in my group sessions, I would hear people have the same issues I had. And I'm like, wow. And I hear how they handled it. And I would hear the therapist talk to them. So it wasn't like directly to me, but I learned through their stories. But on top of that, like I said, I was talking to my therapist, and my therapist asked me about my parents. And she was like, well, how did that make you feel? And it forced me to really sit in them feelings and understand that I really was hurt because my mom's wasn't there for football games. I was really hurt because I felt like I was defending myself and my family at school, and I would get suspended because of my actions. And when it was time to go back to school to further my education, I had to continue to wait for my mother because she would be ill, right? I didn't understand these things at a point because it was a time where like my mom did the best that she could. Rightfully so, she did. I love her for that. But at the end of the day, I failed 5 times in elementary school. I went to 3 different high schools. I went to 3 different colleges, all because of a learned behavior that came from a cycle when I was young, right? If I was never asked this question, then I don't know if I would be able to like, and I'm not trying to rant, but it just hit me like, I don't think I would be able to like acknowledge that and be like, yo, now that did hurt me. When I got suspended, every time 3 days turned into 2 weeks, I promise you, right? That's why I can look at you and say, nah, somebody doing crack is an illness. We can say it's a mentality, but we really don't know. It's been times when my mother
I said that. It's a disease of addiction.
No, I'm saying like I didn't know that though, right? I'm able to know this because I had to look back and reflect. So like again, I'm not trying to be like, you should do this and all that, but I'm just being real. Like it helped me. And I think like everybody could really benefit from it for sure. Like especially where we come from. Like,
yeah, I probably have to like get out of that mentality because I don't want to need it's hard for me to like need, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just hard for me to like rely on somebody else to like.
So guess what?
Help me feel better. It's a little bit hard, but I feel you though. I've never had a man like a black man because I feel like black men and black women are similar in the trauma that they experience. Nobody has ever told me that. Like women be like, oh, I went to therapy, but I've never had a man be like, oh yeah.
No, it definitely helps. But guess what though? You know what therapy is?
What?
It's another form of self-love. It's like we talk about like dating people and like not being able to love somebody else until we can love ourselves. And like, how much do you love yourself that you're gonna show up for yourself by getting the help for yourself? Right? So it's like when I hear you say like, yeah, like when I hear you say like, you know, that's hard because it is hard.
It's hard because I've been a self-healer.
But guess what though?
Like I feel like I can do it by myself.
But guess
maybe
what?
I can further.
But Jenise, look at me. For real though, seriously.
No, I'm dead serious.
No,
I'm really thinking about it. Like, okay,
but
maybe I can reach further healing because just even being on this podcast, I realized there's a lot of things that I haven't talked to myself about. So then it's just like maybe I could reach.
But guess what? What I'm saying is, so we talk about love before we talk about therapy, right? If you genuinely feel that way, which I know you do because you said it, you feel that way, I can do it by myself. So how does that Jenise show up in a relationship when it's time for us to go through things together? We can't because you can do it by yourself. Now that's
not true. That's not how it works. Because I said I show up in a relationship. I'm not going to show up a relationship like carrying baggage. Like it's not going to be like it. Don't be like that. But I guess I don't know. Like I'm gonna just shut the fuck up because I'm still on that. Like I be ready to learn, man. Like I be ready to try new things and learn all the time. I'm young. Like I feel like I can always learn. I don't know everything.
So first and foremost, I don't have no type of certification or I'm not a therapist. So I just want to make that known. So what I'm saying is not law.
Yeah, because when you just said that, I'm like, damn,
I'm not trying to push that on you.
I show up into this situation.
I just know subconsciously.
Am I really?
Yeah, so I'm saying subconsciously, right? They say your character is what you do when nobody is watching, right? And it don't always have to be a negative thing, but you have a tendency to have to get over things by yourself because you was by yourself, right? So when you get into a relationship and it's time for us to fight together, it goes into fight or flight because you don't even know how to work this out with me and you. Only thing you know how to do is work this out by yourself. And that can't work if we're together. You think that's a positive thing, and it can be. It could be. Up to this point, it was a great thing. Because if you didn't have that, I wouldn't have met the amazing person that I met, right? But in the relationship, it can no longer be that. You get what I'm saying? It can't be that for us to work together. But again, I'm not trying to be like,
No, but that's facts though. Like I always, like I said, I absorb information, and I'm very intelligent in the fact that I absorb information and decipher whether it's factual or not. And I feel like that's real shit. Damn, I never really thought about it like that. I do a lot of times when there is an issue in a relationship, I do try to fix it on my own. I just don't feel like the guy could be helping in that situation. Damn, I never thought about it like that.
it's all good, man. We all grown. You great. You've been doing an amazing job. Congratulations to all the success. Mad love,
Nigga,
man.
fuck it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I think like, man, fuck this shit.
Damn.
Hey, fuck you, nigga. I'm a real nigga. Fuck
No,
you
but that ass though. That's
Nah.
crazy. Yeah.
This is great, man. I appreciate you for pulling up for sure. For the people that don't know, we all know how to follow you. If you want, do all that, all of the things, you know.
You don't gotta follow me. I'm just Jenise. I'm just a being that's here. You may not know me after today. Maybe you do. I don't really give a fuck. What's gonna come to me is gonna come to me with ease.
Facts, man. That's that girl funny ass Jenise, man. Mr. J Hill Podcast. Great conversation. It's a wrap. We out.
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to leave up holiday decorations year-round. Others have the need to use their garage as practice space for their new metal band. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.